Goddamn late than you usually are when we're fucking with this shit. What's going on, dude?
Nothing. we're gonna see what your track record's like tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been, I would say 80-20 so far.
Yeah.
80-20. What do you 80-20? 70-30?
No, I don't think it's 80-20. I think you're 50-50.
For good guess?
Yeah. I think
No, 60-40.
All right, fine.
60-40. Because I've gotten there, and I'm claiming extra percentages for our bigger names.
Sure.
Come on.
That's fine.
So I'm anticipating next week. And
What
I'm
are we
adding that
drinking
into
tonight?
God damn it. We're
What are
drinking
we
Paddy's Irish whiskey, which is shit. It's $20 for a fucking bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old Irish whiskey, blend of grain, malt, and pot still. How do you blend pot still? I don't know. Cork Distilleries Company, Cork, Ireland. I'm not reading the whole thing on the back. But yeah. I've had this before. They used to put it on sale a lot in Hawaii. And oh yeah. Why did I open this beforehand?
I don't know.
Damn it.
While you're fucking with that, next week, because we have Jay Nielsen on,
Yeah.
we have Slain Triple Cast Irish whiskey.
Slane's good.
There you go.
I like
So
Slane.
I've not had it before, so I figured I'd get something that I haven't had, and I didn't know if you had or not. So
Yes.
we know that Jay says he'll be drinking something Irish, but he's unwilling to tell us what.
Right. I haven't pressed him that much though. He's a busy guy. Way
Sure.
more important than us.
Yeah, probably haven't pressed him at all.
Probably not.
So
So do you want our housekeeping shit first? Or you want to introduce?
I'll do the housekeeping while you're pouring.
Okay.
That way
Well-
you're less likely to rush me even though this was your
You
idea.
take so goddamn long. Are you going to announce people that aren't friends of the actual show this time though? Like people we
We'll
don't give
see.
fucks about. God damn it.
All right.
Piece
So
of
friends of the show, CQ Pop Culture Warrior, Tuesday nights on Facebook Live, I think around 7 Central.
He's going to be
Maybe.
back on here in a few
He
weeks.
is going to be on in a few weeks. Two Brothers podcast with Troy and Trevor. And then also Trevor has the Trevor Jackson podcast. Troy and Trevor are taking a break till like April 10th, I guess, to
Oh, yeah.
celebrate Easter for 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah, him. So, and new to the list
Mhm.
because I had a good time.
Yeah.
And they have actually invited us on their show.
Yeah.
One of the few.
It's going to happen a week after next. I think.
Yes. Redneck News Entertainment and the Redneck Review podcast.
Yep.
And then our Twitter friend Andy Harris. So
Yeah. Are we going to take over and ruin their show too?
one of us is definitely going to tell Quint, no, hold on a minute, and cut him off in the middle of him talking.
Right. God
So,
damn it.
yeah, but we also have t-shirts and stickers, so hit us up if you want one. And
Yeah.
then b3fpodcast.com. Tell us what you really think
Oh, yeah.
anonymously.
Yeah.
Anonymously.
Not enough people
and
use that. I don't think they believe us that it's anonymous though.
It is totally anonymous.
Right.
Unless you're an idiot like Nick and put your name on there.
Yeah.
So
So we got to
Anyway.
do something with this. So I like having the t-shirt up, but this is straight up like fucking high school band
we should
on my
wear,
merch.
we have 2 t-shirts. We should just wear them.
Dude, I almost bought custom jerseys for us the other day
Oh my God.
for B3F. Dude,
Yeah.
it would have been fucking
You think so?
stupid as shit, but it would
Yeah.
have been
Okay.
awesome.
All right. Now, to the important
Well,
stuff.
first, God damn it, our guest tonight, because we got to cheers with him.
It's on you. You haven't introduced your.
Well,
your
you've been
guest
running
yet.
your fucking mouth about shit. Anyway, we got a guy that I know. Actually, I met him through work and Tinder. Mike Sabia. He's nobody of consequence, but he's a pretty cool dude. He used to play music back in the day. He's done the Warped Tour thing, and band you may or may not have heard of. I don't know.
It's possible you've never heard of him.
Yeah. So welcome.
Mostly probably.
Welcome to the show, Mike.
Yep. Cheers.
Thanks for
It's
having
going to
me.
be good
Appreciate
or it's
it.
going to be bad. We'll
Awesome.
see. It's a very bitey, cheap Irish whiskey.
Still better than Conor McGregor's.
Oh my God. Fuck Conor McGregor's whiskey. I hate it
Ooh,
so much every
it's
time.
hollow.
Yeah.
It's a bit hollow.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Okay.
how Connor's like that just shows like he's spending 50 or charging $50 for a goddamn bottle and it tastes on par with this.
Yeah. I think this is hollow on the back end as well. I think Connor's is not hollow. I can't remember if it was right.
No, I thought it was really tasty when it first hits
That's
the
what I'm
lips,
saying, yeah.
and then it's just fucking.
This is hollow all the way
Bernie
through,
water.
so it's not. I still prefer this to Connor's because it's cheaper.
Well, I prefer just because it's better.
All right.
He's a letdown in the ring and in the glass.
Yeah, about 50-50 now.
Yeah.
So
I'd
all
still
right.
fight him.
I know you would.
I want to so bad.
Well.
I would do it even if we got no notoriety for it for the podcast.
I know you would.
Wait, fight Conor McGregor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Get
like,
on
just
that
like
mic,
a full
baby.
setup.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't have to be in front of anybody. I go full contact in the ring, just nobody there.
Yeah, but would you square up shirtless like for like a press photo?
Oh yeah. I'd go the whole fucking 9, man. Oh, hey, I didn't put my phone on vibrate.
Look at you, professional.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I thought it was like a caller.
Yeah, right. I wish. So would you fight Conor McGregor?
Never,
Really? Why?
never. Because I'm not a fighting
Not
guy.
even from the story?
I mean, maybe if he like stole something from me.
Stole $50 from Steven.
That goddamn whiskey.
Can't get your taste buds back.
Yeah. Oh man.
I feel like I could do this with as like a Boilermaker, you know.
Yeah.
Like I would like pair with like something else that's shitty, and then maybe make 2 bad things make a good thing.
That happens a
That's
lot.
how it works, right?
That's how people
I
are
think
with
so.
Jaeger anyway. Jaeger fucking moms. If you like that shit.
I like Red Bull, so I don't drink it very often, but I like Red Bull. But Jaeger Bomb, that's the only way.
I
can
bought
drink
Jude
Jaeger.
his first Red Bull the other day
Why?
because we were almost back home to his house and he was going to get dropped off with his mom.
There you go.
Dude, he drank it and I don't know 10, but his first fucking sip in, he was like, I can feel it. I can feel it already. I'm so hyper. And I'm like, you just keep that fucking going, buddy.
Did it give him wings?
He said it might. He said, I feel like I can fly like in the commercials, Dad.
Oh God.
Did you kick him out of the car, make him run home,
I should have. But I was like, okay,
Jesus
you go,
Christ.
kid. I was like, you chug
burn
that.
it off?
And I had him chug it like as much as he could before he got out of the car.
Was Amanda with you?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, what does she have to say about that?
No, I told her about it. It's fucking hilarious.
I mean, do you want him to drink them on a regular basis?
no.
Oh, so then you should have made him drink like 15 of them.
Well, he was getting sick. He was like, this
That's
this
the
makes
point.
my stomach hurt.
But
I
that's
was
the
like, I know.
point.
Yeah.
It's like making a kid smoke a whole pack of cigarettes. You know?
Right.
You know,
Same.
my parents threatened that, and individually they each caught me smoking, and neither of them made me smoke more cigarettes.
Wait,
They
did
just
you-
grounded
Did your
me.
parents smoke though?
No.
No, see, my parents didn't smoke either, and I started smoking. And the same
Yeah.
thing, they caught me doing it, and they were just like, "Stop, please!" You know, like,
No, my mom grounded me, and she said, I'm not going to tell your dad, because my parents were divorced. I'm not going to tell your dad because we had taken in this less fortunate guy from church. He was living with us for a little
You
while.
guys brought in a pour.
And she was concerned that my dad.
I have so many questions about.
All right. So after this, you can ask all you want. But my dad did not like the idea. My dad didn't know the guy or whatever. And he didn't go to church at all. He definitely didn't go with us. But he was like, I just don't think this is a good idea. And my mom was like, I'm not telling your dad because he's going to think it's Joseph's fault. The guy's name was Joseph.
Oh,
Not that Joseph.
Oh, okay.
This is Joseph that lived up the road from Jordan.
Ah.
But I don't think you knew him.
No.
Anyway, he eventually joined the Navy and then went AWOL after got out of basic training and left for like the weekend you get after basic or whatever, and then never went back.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah. So anyway,
That happens a lot, like more than you think.
I can imagine that not a lot happens to them for that kind of stuff. So
At that point. It's funny when you're in boot camp and shit. They threaten you with like, you'll get a dishonorable discharge, blah, blah, blah. But that's a felony. Like
but
you
are
can't.
you still a veteran?
Yeah. No.
No,
That pulls that
Oh,
status.
they take the V card away.
Yeah. But in
No more discounts at Home Depot.
no.
Right.
Lowe's, you have to pre-register for a military. You have to go on their website, submit your ID, all this shit, and then they're in the system, and then you can get one.
and that's why I don't shop at Lowe's.
I know, right? Fucking, they're anti-veteran. And Home Depot gives me a goddamn designated parking spot that I will
Nice.
take away from those 90-year-old men going there to buy their home improvement
You
shit.
should start going to Home Depot with me.
Park in the front. But no, they'll threaten you with that shit. But the only way to get a dishonorable discharge is is a felony, essentially.
Yeah.
And there's different types of punishment. But like in boot camp or right out, if you get kicked out, it's just an administrative. It's like you were never there. They just throw all your shit away and it's like, okay,
Wow.
that guy's gone. After boot camp, I don't know. But
So my mom doesn't tell my dad.
back to your story.
Weeks and weeks and weeks or months later, my brother Will, he and I we'd get home from school. This is before we were old enough to drive. We'd go out to the barn and we kept a pack of cigarettes hidden in the barn, and we'd go out there and smoke. And before my dad got home, and then we would come in and anyway, the day we got caught, we get home and dad's home already,
Mhm.
which
How
is
old are-
odd.
How old are you in this?
13, 14.
Oh, that's young. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been smoking on and off since I was 12. So
You got 3 years on me.
okay.
Yeah.
And we come home and dad's there, and Will immediately just starts grabbing hands full of candy and shoving them in his mouth to get the smoke breath
Right.
out of his mouth. And I didn't. I just walked in, was like, "What's up?" Went on about my way. Go to the bathroom, little mouthwash or whatever. They can't see you do that. No
Mhm.
problem. A little while later, I go upstairs and I see Dad in our closet with his hand above the closet door like
Right.
this. And I'm like, well, he's not going to find them in there because they're in the barn. So I think we're good. Will and I are sitting on the computer a few minutes later, both playing this war game or whatever on the computer. And we could feel the presence come up behind you. And he says, all right, boys, want to know which one of you's been smoking? And like a champ, Will goes, it was me. And he tries to take all the blame for it. And I didn't want to let him do it. He's my younger brother. And I said, I was doing it too. And Dad was like, all right, Will, you go talk to your mom. And my stepmom used to beat the shit out of Will. Right. And my dad is a joke when he spanked us. Now, my mom will beat the shit out of us, but my dad was a joke. He never did. The one time I can recall my dad doing that, it was a joke. I had to try not to laugh. Yeah. So he basically grounded me for 2 weeks, told my mom, and then she told him about the other time. Yeah. And so that's what it was. But Will told me later, like when we were getting ready to go to bed, he's like, dude, I would have just took all the blame for that. You didn't have to say anything. It's like, well, the fuck didn't you tell me that ahead of time? Why didn't we have this planned out ahead of time? So
unspoken.
Yeah.
So
that's funny. Like, my dad, like, I got so many. I think we've talked about this. Last spanking I was goddamn 17 years old.
I was 16 or 17. It was from my mom, and I did laugh at her. Yeah. And she told me if she ever had to do that again, she would get one of the prophets from church to do it. Prophet Rhinus Brett was this massive former.
I know the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, massive former army guy. Just was a prophet at church and was like, he had a heart for Mary, but like I think he grew. Boys. I think he grew up with a single mom, and so he hated to see single women struggle with their boys or whatever.
Just like beating the shit out of kids.
No, I don't know that he ever actually did it. I don't know that he ever actually did it, but he would have if anyone. There. Oh yeah, absolutely. Our moms used to threaten us with him, just like they used to pine for Carmen.
I mean, dude, my mom just went into the kitchen and got like a wooden spoon.
My mom did that too. Like we had a thick leather belt that my grandfather
I always feel like when adult men in the church said they had a heart for single women meant that they like fucking banging some bitches on the side. Yeah. That's how
this is one. So this guy, Rhinus was his name. Rhinus. Rhinus. He's a black guy.
That doesn't matter.
Well, they get a pass on weird names. No. No. So he's one guy that I would have never questioned whether he was doing anything like that. But most all the other ones, absolutely.
But a lot of people too, though, in the church, they get this thing in their head. It's their mission and their purpose, and they get weird about that shit. But you didn't grow up really religious much at all, right?
I mean, we went to church on Sundays.
Right.
I went to like CCD. I did all the sacraments and all that fun stuff. You know?
What is CCD?
It's like it was like
Catholic.
It was like probably what like Sunday school would have been, but it was like on Tuesdays after school, and you just fucked around with your friends, and it's just something you just had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to a school that literally had like, one Jewish kid and like one black girl, like K through like 7 at that point. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I went to a Bible school for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade.
Yeah.
Highland Christian Academy.
I went to a Bible school for college.
See, I went to Catholic high school.
Yeah.
And that just put a nail in it, Once you come out of that, you're like, I don't believe it. Anything. and it's like you can argue with anybody because you've like read the Bible, so you can like do the thing.
It's like I work with a guy, he and his wife both went to Catholic high school here in this. He was like, no, we don't do church at all.
No, it has the complete opposite effect.
Oh, absolutely.
And I didn't go for like religious reasons. It was because I had a bad gang of friends in the 8th grade, and it was just like, you ain't going to public school. And I'm like, right.
Well, that was like me. I was homeschooled like 6 through 12.
I could tell.
Fuck you.
Have you seen his handwriting? Jesus Christ, he's got homeschooler handwriting.
But actually, surprisingly enough, like I think the religious aspect played a small role in my mom taking us out, but it wasn't like the primary motivation like a lot of other fucking homeschool families were.
To define the curriculum, right? Like it was like, make sure that you're taught the right things.
Yeah, well, not just that, but like I don't know, it was really weird. Like part of it was religious because my mom, but they also didn't like the public school system in Tennessee, which was pretty shitty, to be honest. It's gotten better over the last 15, 20 years, but
hope so.
So yeah, right. So there's a chunk of that, and then some was religious, but like because I remember going to the homeschool group meetings because you'd have for like socialization, the homeschool kids, And they were like, yeah, you can't play with Steven and Melissa. They were like, they're the fucking shitty kids that you can't hang out with. It was, but I could still pick a homeschool.
Did you dress
kid
like
over.
Amish people?
No. It was like, we still played sports. I mean, it was like community. We didn't have high school.
Played
sports.
rec league sports.
Yeah, rec league sports. Well, Melissa didn't. She went on and played travel ball and all that shit. But we didn't play sports. All my friends were in public school, so we still did all that shit. But yeah, I mean, I could still do like in a room, like, oh, that's a fucking homeschool kid for sure. But it was very weird, like that whole situation. So many jokes, but yeah, I didn't have the same experience as everyone else.
I got a lot of the homeschool rules without the benefit of not having to go to school. Like I wasn't allowed to read Dracula in high school.
Well, yeah, the hyper religious. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So,
but
wait, so does that like spin you into another, like, once you are free to do those things, you like binge on all the things you couldn't have done?
A lot of kids do.
A lot of them do. I think.
I never really.
I think that's
basic
like a stereotype expectation.
Well, I kind of did, I guess, because
you did after you got divorced,
right?
I think it's everything because you got then excommunicated and all that. I think it all just hit.
So basically, a free pass. You got like a free pass.
Well, more or less, yeah.
Like, I can sin 24/7.
Right. Well, see, I was actually a very straight laced good kid. I never got in trouble. I never did any of that shit. And then we more got heavy into church when I was in high school age. Like prior to that, we weren't, like, off and on. My mom goes through cycles of being super religious and super into church, and then not so much, and then a lot, and then kind of back and forth. My dad's always kind of like, he was really big in it, like in the 80s, I think. And then like, I think he was big, like Jimmy Swaggart fan or some shit. And then all that came
My parents
out.
are like that. It's just Christmas and Easter in my family.
Yeah.
Like,
and after that shit, my dad was like, nah, I'm done. Fuck that shit. It was out.
Yeah.
So, but
kind of the way you do with baseball.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But it was just, I don't know, it was super fucking weird. And then, after I got divorced, and then that's when I went in the military. And then there was some of that. It wasn't too much. It was out. Yeah. It was after that.
Yeah. I can remember.
I overindulged in the vagina. That was my.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can remember.
Just one?
No.
Just dove right into
Just
one?
dove right into one. Neck deep.
The first time I saw that you were interested in kind of some of the quote darker side of things is at the half-ass bachelor party that we had for me, where it was me, you, Jordan, Joe, and then another guy that we went to church with, was quite a bit younger than us, and I had bought these shitty gas station cigars, like, because I was 18 years old, whatever, and I was like, well, I'm getting married tomorrow, so I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna have a cigar, and we weren't drinking, but God knows I would have if we had it, but I don't know how Joe or Jordan would have been about that, but you were like, yeah, I'll have a cigar with you. And at that, like, you jumped at it so fast, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is the one I need to hitch my wagon to.
Yeah. It was so weird though. Yeah. Like, so we both grew up very like conservative Christian families, like very much so. Like there was no stinking out much.
That's
like,
super intense and like very foreign to me.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody in my circle that even closely resembles that upbringing. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. Like most people I know that grew up any form of in Catholicism at all, right? Either came out very like every holiday, going to mass, all that shit, or it's just very loose. Like they don't fucking care. Like, they go on the big holidays
just for show. I mean, and at a young age, it's for show. Like when you're like being like bribed and, threatened and then bribed to go. And it's like, you can do anything you want when you get back. Like, and then also like skipping out after communion, like, yeah, we were that family. Yeah. Well, the whole thing too, that with the Catholic Church in theory, and broad strokes, is there's Catholic, old school like Irish Catholic guilt, like that goes along with certain parts of it. But there's also like the whole, like, as long as you're throwing your money in and doing an occasional confession, you're fucking gold.
Well, that was always the thing that drew me toward Catholicism. Like I can just go get in this booth and say, hey, sorry I did that.
I've been jerking off a lot lately.
Right. No, I'm just saying, like,
Jesus,
and it's like do some Hail Marys and some Our Fathers, and you're squared away.
Free pass. Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. And my wife never wanted to convert to Catholicism. So like I said, like, let's convert to Catholicism. She's like, no, absolutely not.
Well, in the conservative Christian, like, any type of Protestant that isn't like Lutheran and shit like that, like the Catholic Church is like, no, they basically worship idols. They don't just believe in Jesus. They believe in all them saints, and they're praying to them saints, and that's basically just idol worship. Absolutely true.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is how.
I mean, it's a perspective that's super interesting to me, but I also don't give a fuck.
No, exactly.
It's just so funny to me. Like they,
people get really serious.
The infighting on that. My wife's like very, very perplexed by like the different flavors.
Mhm.
And then, being a recent move down here, like she's like she just wants to know what, like what version are you and like what makes you different than the others.
Right.
So it's basically been like, every night on Wikipedia, just reading to her.
We're in the Baptist, primitive Baptist, Southern Baptist, fucking Episcopal. There's so many. Like I think the Baptist church alone has like 7 different splinters of it.
So I sent both my kids to a Catholic preschool because it was better than like the public ones. But I was very adamant about them, obviously, like not wearing uniforms or getting, indoctrinated, whatever. And it was basically, it's daycare at that age. But they do sneak in prayers.
Oh, yeah.
They sneak in like, before the meals and stuff like that. And then they talk about it around the holidays. So when my daughter was there, she would come home and she'd be like, hey, that's, I heard about baby Jesus. So I would just correct her and say like, you talking about Cheez-Its? I was like, they don't make baby Cheez-Its. Like you can't eat those.
They're only one size.
And she's like, no, I'm like, and I corrected her for a full year and she has no idea what Jesus means. She thinks it's a snack.
Oh my God.
She's gonna show up to a Baptist church one time. Hey, give me some of them Cheez-Its.
Yeah, she's 5 now. It's just I'm gonna keep it going as long as I can.
Right. That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So you said you had questions about us taking in a guy.
Yeah. I mean, the way you phrased it right there. I mean,
go for it.
All right.
It's Friday night.
Well, I mean, I just think it's the basic principle of like, you guys took in a stranger.
No, not a stranger.
All right. So it was like
we went to
another
church
parishioner type thing. Like
no, so he and his younger brother went to church at the same church we went to, and they lived down the street from lifelong family that we were friends with growing up. And so the 2 guys would ride to church with them, and then something happened, and the older one that moved in with us, he and his dad kept getting into it, and his dad was like fucking batshit crazy, alcoholic, whatever. And when I say batshit crazy, I mean sit in the house with a shotgun and shoot the mice when they ran across the floor. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so like he got kicked out of the house or whatever. And so my mom there's one thing I will say is like, she was always very generous as much as she could be. Like we had nothing growing up. My dad paid his child support, but my mom never fucking worked growing up. Like never. We were living on child support and food stamps, man. Wow. Like that's just how it was. Anything that we had that was of value, my dad bought it for us.
Wow. So that makes it even crazier. So like you basically like partitioned what you had for
an extra person in the house,
somebody you knew
who would have been 15 or 16. So at that age, you're eating everything.
Yeah.
Including my mom's pussy, but I mean, no. So we just took him in for a while. I don't remember how long he lived with us, but
I thought it was like a grown ass adult that you guys
no,
said, come on in, So it's like a foster, like a fostering.
Sort of, yeah. Okay. Except not legal. But yeah. I mean, no legality to it. His parents kicked him out and he came to live with us, and that was about the end of it. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Are you still in contact with him?
No, I haven't talked to him in well over 20 years.
We don't have to drag it out, but how did it end? Did he just like leave one day?
I think he went to go move back in with his parents or something, and then he moved schools at that point, and then last I'd heard he had joined the Navy and then went through basic training and then AWOL after boot camp, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we took in a couple people growing up, if I remember right. Like nothing like that. I think we had like a foreign exchange student that came and ended up staying with us for like fucking 2 years or some shit like that. And then when I was really young, like somebody, like some lady my dad worked with came and she lived with us for like 3 or 4 months. It was fucking weird.
That's some boarding house shit. I mean, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like I never had an extra room in my house growing up. I don't even know where they would go.
If you've done that to the least of these, you've done that to me. That's how our parents lived.
So I had this weird, my parents have always been this super weird open door like type house. Like my friends would come over. You never had to knock, never had to call, never had, like I've come home and like my buddy be in my room, like fucking playing Nintendo. I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? Wow. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, oh, just, just hanging out. But we've always had that, like my folks, people, and that was weird for me. I think part of why I have a really big aversion to it now that I'm older, because like, I don't mind if you come to my house, but you're going to call me, you're going to let me know, and we're going to fucking set up a time for you to come by. You're not just popping in and
I'd imagine you like valuing personal space higher than anything else at this point.
Yeah. Well, then finding out a lot of shit about me, after I was older, but still, but in general, like I hate, like there's certain people, like I've known Joey long enough now, if he just fucking came by, be, whatever. But as far as, people, even my parents though, like I don't want them just fucking coming by. I don't want my family, like all that shit. The fuck are you doing?
Trying to see if I can find that guy just to see if you did know him. And I think I found, maybe, I'm not sure.
Find
It's got a military
I was like,
picture on it.
I was gonna say, I'd love if you like found him like Facebook and he had like 6,000 friends.
I was like, just does he have an
That is
OnlyFans?
that is
famous
not
now.
what I remember him looking like. I should
No, I don't
turn
know.
that away from the camera.
Yeah.
It's not what I remember him looking like,
No.
but
It looks like you went to special ed military.
he could have gone to special ed. Anything, yeah, he could have gone to special.
What if
ed.
they had like a mentally challenged armed forces?
like for real or for show? Like
No.
or like a little
Either.
like a little charity case.
No,
gang
no, like if they were actually like soldiers in use for whatever purpose it may be, but if they had like a special set aside military.
This is his
That
Facebook
sounds like
account.
maybe like a frontlines group, you know?
Yes, exactly.
Wheel 'em-
We're gonna
wheel 'em
put,
in,
we're gonna
you
put them in.
So that's him on the right.
okay.
All
It
right.
doesn't look.
I
yeah.
mean, he looks
I mean, you're not going
he looks
to
aged and adjusted, you know?
Sure. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that's his kid in ROTC or something or
Yeah.
what, but
That's weird.
I had to save that, see if my wife remembers that guy. Sorry.
That's okay. I was just really excited about the retarded army, but that's
Sure,
okay.
no,
we can go
well,
somewhere
I
else.
was trying to think about.
I mean, the idea of building a retard army definitely, I mean, it's appealing. I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, are they disposable? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got lots of questions there too.
You can
know?
make a whole movie out of that shit though,
You absolutely
and I would
could.
absolutely watch it.
Johnny Knoxville. could
Johnny
star in it.
Knoxville, yeah, like
Yeah.
The Ringer, yeah.
What would you call it?
I don't know.
like Tard Force.
Oh my god!
Special ops.
Yeah.
Special up, yeah.
Yeah. Like Sped Squad. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Get into the zone,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
chromosome.
I mean,
Yeah.
He's the 23rd Battalion.
Well played.
oh man.
Well played, sir.
Oh,
Yeah. It's only for the super special ones, like with extra strength.
it's like an extra patch.
Extra patch.
Yeah.
I just pictured special paratroopers just like raining from the sky.
Or like a special Navy weapon, like with autistic screeching.
Absolutely.
like Sonic.
So
Sonic
many options.
screeching.
Oh shit. Oh god damn it.
Okay.
That was,
So, Mike, tell us about yourself.
like I was like, how do you recover from that?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there is a segue. I don't
No,
think there's a segue.
there isn't. It's just a hard stop.
Yeah.
But
Hold on. Imagine a spinoff of the A Team, but it's the Special Forces.
Yeah.
It's the A Team.
I like it.
So sorry.
It's
All right,
like,
I'm
it's
done
like
now.
it's like a handy van.
There you go. There you go.
Oh shit.
G.I. Joe. Sorry, it's something on in my throat.
Yeah, I've been there, buddy. So, one of the things I thought was cool about bring Mike on. Like I said, we've been at work and we bullshit a lot, and
Yeah.
he's a big music guy as well, as far as listening and playing. And he used to do the Warp Tour thing, at least for a portion of it back in
I did a few dates.
a few dates, yeah. And I thought that was super fucking cool because like I never broke out of that little like the regional pocket. Like I never could step past that. Granted, I was older and I had a job and I couldn't just do this shit full time and blah 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 blah. But I think it's funny because I've known this just from playing music and the little bit of shit that I've done. But like a lot of people think, oh, he's played Warp Tour or you've played Warp Tour, so like you're rocking out, fucking partying in tour buses and
yeah, maybe
drinking heavy
maybe
and-
he made out with Alyssa.
right. Yeah, that was him secretly. But it's not like that at fucking all.
No, there's no glamour. There's no glamour at all. I
Yeah.
think it's funny that when we first met, because it was like a bit of a pissing contest because we're like the same age, and it's just like, oh, you play music? Like, yeah, I play music, and it's like, well, all right, you in a band? I'm in a band. It's like got to go back and forth on
Yeah,
it.
so he won.
But no,
Of
I see. The
course.
thing is, I don't think I won. That's the funny part, man. Like, I think you've established a little bit more of a I don't know. I guess more of a reputable career. Like I have nothing. I mean, it's been 15 years, and it's like, I got some shit on iTunes and stuff, and like, who cares? No one else cares about it. You know what I mean?
Same.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe because it's a longer time ago for me.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I did it when I was younger, and it's like, it's gapped so much. And again, if I don't talk about it, no one would ever.
Yeah. But I mean, you sent me some of your shit, and it was good. Like for the time it was, I mean, it's straight out of mid 2000s band. Straight out.
Yeah. Which band you listen to? The newer one?
The newer one. Yeah, like the old one was fucking sweet. Like, oh, it's punk rock. But the newer one was.
So the newer one was like 2005, 2006. Yeah. And my involvement in that band was strictly like auxiliary for a while. Like I helped out the dudes in the studio. We spent some time and stuff, and they had ex-members of the previous band I was in. So that was just like my affiliation with them. And I was working full time. I was like, my life was started and stuff. And then I was spending time with them in the studio, and they got some decent label interest. And it was MySpace was big back then. They had all the all the numbers to make that interesting and alluring. But so basically they recorded an album. They were a 4-piece band. They did a lot of stuff that needed like an extra guitarist to tour on. So I got invited just to basically be a tour guitarist. Nice. So I did it for like a full calendar year. I quit my job. My wife was like, go for it. We weren't married at the time, but she was just like, if you want to do it, It's like, make sure you just call it early and don't run us into the ground. So I did it like so I did that for a full calendar year. And then, I ended on a decent note. And then I was lucky enough to reestablish my life when I got back. So in hindsight, it's a decent story, but at the time it was fucking miserable.
Right.
It sucked, man. We played for like $80 a night, man. We didn't drive 4 or 5 hours to go to a show, and then $80. Like, we weren't sleeping in hotels and shit. I was like sneaking into some motel off I-80, in Iowa, man. It's like parking across the street, running across the highway to sneak in.
Yeah. Now we did with Sweet Corn and Peanut, Yuki and K-How, we did a little mini tour when one point they came back, and it was like DC and Virginia and just kind of a small loop, Pennsylvania, where they were at. And it was fucking
how'd you book those shows? Did you book them yourself?
No. Indie on the Move, man. It was a great fucking resource. Still is a great resource.
Yeah. So my first touring experience was like late 90s. Like I'm talking no cell phones. Yeah. We basically hit the road with a bag full of quarters and like a Rand McNally Atlas. Yeah. Right. And it was just straight
Pissing contest continues.
Yeah.
He worked harder than me.
Clearly. Let's keep it going. Yeah. So 5 dudes in a van that we didn't have insurance on. We had to we used some kid's mom's typewriter to fake an insurance ticket and stuff, so that we can get it into the van so we can leave the state. We're all under the age of 18, and we actually had someone book the tour for us, but didn't know geography, and it was putting us first date Virginia, back to New Jersey, out to Pennsylvania, then down to Georgia. So we did a kind of an East Coast tour in 2.5 weeks. It was an absolute disaster, man. We used to have to navigate our own on a piece of paper, get into a town, call the promoter, from a payphone, and then get directions from wherever you were. And it always, for some reason, was on an MLK Boulevard by train tracks, every venue.
Right.
So
no, it's because see, I started much later though, music shit, because I was super heavy into church, Bible school, and all that shit. 18, 19, I was playing with worship bands, but we had our shit garbage band in high school, but that was about it. And then I got out and did a little bit more. We got kind of back together in a different iteration of the band, and it was a hell of a lot better than the early shit. Sure. And then I went in the military, and I started playing more seriously while I was in there, and got a lot better, did a lot of shit there, but then had to move.
That was all
singer
songwriter.
Yeah, singer songwriter shit.
Yeah. So you kind of carved your own path in that space. Right? I had to have you ever been in a full band experience?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I had a full band I'd put together in Hawaii, my last stop there, and I had book shows, and it was such a pain in the ass dealing with those guys.
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. You got to deal with all the bullshit.
Yeah. And they were great dudes, but in that regard though, it was my band and my songs, and so I brought them on as kind of my band. So it wasn't
guns for hire.
It wasn't a collaborative experience. And I gave them creative input in regards to their instruments. I'm not a drummer, so I trusted the drummer to do his thing, bass player, whatever. But ultimately it was you guys, we're not writing this shit together. I'll help you. We can arrange together and shit. But there wasn't I was the bitch diva in the band, so everybody did. I paid everybody.
Most singers are.
Right. But I paid everybody well. If we got, 500 on the night, I split that shit 3 ways. But
you played a show, you made $500?
The most we ever made was $2,000.
Who's winning now? But
you have better experience. It was one show, but the only reason is we played But I had to go play a lot of shitty like 3-4 hour cover gigs too by myself and all that shit because touristy town, and that's where the money was for shows. We're playing at bar gigs, whatever. But no, we did a show at Surfer the Bar on the North Shore. Surfer Magazine bought the bar that's in the big resort up there. Like Jack Johnson, all those motherfuckers always played there. I managed to.
I only know Dick Dale.
Yeah, Dick Dale. No, that's all you need to know. But I became friends with the sound guy there, and I worked right away into booking the show, and I booked them and a couple other friend of mine's bands in from Honolulu, which they didn't want to play it because in Hawaii it's kind of like you get used to it, even though it's maybe a 30-minute drive from the North Shore to Honolulu. It's like it might as well be 4 states away. Like nobody from Honolulu goes North Shore, nobody North Shore goes to fucking Honolulu. But I talked to these guys coming out, and we got an okay turnout, but we fucking sold them. Like the people that used to come to see me play might have been a lot, but they drank like sons of bitches. And we sold the bar out completely of all the whiskey. All the whiskey.
Yeah, that's a totally different experience.
Right. And but the bar at the end of the night, like because I think we had a $500 guarantee on the night. And then but the guys are like, dude, we've never had anybody sell.
You're probably making money off the bar too, right? Did you have
not usually? No, we don't. We didn't at that show. But the guy was like, we've never sold this much alcohol in a night, and they gave us a bar percentage, so that bumped it up.
I always played all ages shows. Like I never drank. I mean, again, I was like sub, whatever. Yeah, I was like 16, 17. We did most of our.
Yeah, see, a lot of my stuff was a shit show. Like, I mean, it was fun, but we drank way, I drank way too much. I've had to pay for more than my share of microphones and shit after shows. But I had one guy, actually, it was one of the shows I played in, around Muscle Shoals. I was back, the guy, like, it was one of those old sound dudes that had like the gray hair, ponytail, and, he'd run sound for like a lot of the big bands in the 70s and shit like that. He's like, man, I've run sound for like Van Halen and everything else. He goes, and your show is the biggest train wreck I've ever fucking seen. And I was like, I take that as a compliment, I think, but
I mean, so you're saying it's memorable.
Yeah, that's how I took it. I was like, yeah, okay, but he said it was the biggest shit show he'd ever seen.
Was that your worst show?
No, it's one of the stage. I was really drunk, and I also bought a giant bottle of airplane bottles, or a giant bag of airplane bottles of Jameson, and I was throwing them out to the fucking crowd, and I was shit faced.
Tried to win their love.
And I got in trouble for that because it was the bar. They weren't big on that.
Bars probably frowned upon.
And then I got super shit faced, and I was slurred. It was a mess, but yeah. Anyway, but you still win.
I mean, maybe. I see the thing. I think it's just a grass is greener play, right? Because it sounds cool and like, again, like I had a lot of studio time in Manhattan when I was really young with like a producer that I grew up, with his name on every tape of everything I ever listened to.
Who was? Drop the name, goddammit.
His name's Don Fury.
Okay.
He did all the kind of the seminal New York hardcore stuff. So like, Gorilla Biscuits and Youth of Today and stuff like that. So if you know, but
it's pretentious.
It's a New York very thing. Regional thing, right? I mean, it's big on a global scale, maybe on some level, but New York hardcore is like pretty well known. And then we started in the 90s, which was like probably the decade after its heyday. Yeah. So we were just kind of on that kind of on a new wave, New York hardcore scene, and being in proximity to that scene just allowed us to piggyback off of other bands that were like just as large and whatnot. So just got the ball rolling. Yeah,
he knows because he lived in New York.
I didn't live in New York.
All the bagels.
Never lived in New York. They got better water. I don't even, dude. I mean,
chewy water up there.
I don't even like pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, pizza's not my favorite. You know?
Fucking stupid. One of my the little bit of time I was in New York, because I'd visited once or twice, but when I was there, I was like year before last, I was there for like 2 months and I was working, lived in this shitty hotel room in Manhattan. But like the greatest thing to me was being able to go and get like the $5, the 2 slices and a fucking Coke for $5 at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
some of those places
I went to school in the city, man, and we used to. This was 99, 2000, man. It was like a recession special. It was like it was $1.25. It was like 2 slices and a Coke.
Yeah. I miss it. We're actually going to go there. I'm taking my oldest there this summer. We're going to go for a week.
Just going to go eat like Grace Papaya.
Yeah. Well, my wife's never been to New York, and
I've never,
and he's never been either. So I was going to take them for a week. Is plenty to me. Manhattan, if you don't work there, like my experience is a lot like Vegas. Like after a few days, I'm fucking done with it. That's enough.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely has an expiration date.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. Like I fucking hate Times Square. Like I as far as visiting and being there, like walking in the massive people, it's different since the COVID shit. But like I went there last time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go check out Times Square, and I was there for like maybe an hour or 2 hours. I was like, okay, I'm done. Like it's cool.
I literally worked in the center of Times Square on the 4th floor for 15 fucking years in Times Square, dude.
Yeah.
completely calloused.
I know.
I mean,
But-
that's the joke is like New Yorkers don't go there. You know?
Yeah, well, like even now though, there's certain elements I never noticed there before, and that are cool to be aware of now.
Yeah, I mean they're relevant to some extent now.
Right.
You're paying attention more. Right?
Yeah, exactly. But I can remember though the first time I went and walking in Times Square, it's an overwhelming fucking thing if you're not acclimated to any like type of really big city shit. Like it's full on sensory overload. Like the smells, the noise, the lights,
Mostly the
signs.
smells.
Yeah. But yeah, so my wife's never been, and she loves like theater and art and all that shit. So she wants to go to the Museum of Art while we're there. She wants to do all this shit, but
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds terrible. You can go play tour guide.
Yeah. Well, not that I'm an expert on the city by any means.
I mean, if you've been there once, you can be. Right?
Yeah, right.
'Cause no one else knows better.
Yeah, right. But I like that. But I figured it'd be a good chance to stop at maybe one of the offices, you know, and
There you go.
face time. I've never
Stick your nose out
been.
the window.
Yeah. See what's going
Ever
on.
been 20 floors up?
Yeah. You want some more ice there, buddy? Because you're about to get a little bit more.
I feel bad I don't have a coaster.
You don't need a
Just
coaster.
wrecking the
You
table.
can use the towel. No, you know, plastic table. No.
Oh.
Well,
A
thanks.
little overshot. My bad.
This whiskey isn't good enough to drink neat.
Starting to learn how
Yes.
you got cum in your mouth.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like it's an accidental overshot.
Yeah.
Because usually when you're doing it, you don't worry about it, and you're just used to it hitting the stomach and chest area. Whatever, no big
Do you
deal.
always jerk off on your back?
No,
Are you always laying
not
down?
always.
Were you
Not
on the
always.
floor or to bed?
Bed.
All right.
Something to do, man.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
You don't just
It's a
go
throwback.
just for the hell of it. Just go straddle the toilet so there's no clean.
Why do you straddle the toilet?
Because it pisses you
Oh,
off.
God
like
damn
sit
it.
down and face the wall?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Dude, we were talking about this.
That's a power move.
We were talking about this at a dinner the other night. And the guy was like, "Have
You
you
gotta
ever
look
shit?
toilet in the eye.
yeah.
You ever shit?" Well, this is when you got stuck at a table with other people, but one of the guys we worked with was talking about shitting facing the wall.
No,
He said
no.
you can put your fucking magazine and your
Well,
coffee
sure,
on the
I
back.
get
It's like a
that.
mini table, and you sit there and take a fucking shit. And it's the best thing ever. I'm like,
It's not ergonomically designed.
but I
No,
said,
it's
but
not.
the,
you know?
but the
Yeah.
angle was my concern of the back. It's like it's optimum if it's like a blaster. You're getting fucking your ass painted. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, no,
Yeah, that's like.
Have you ever done it?
I know, but I understand
Yeah, well,
geometry.
I've never done it, but I'm just saying you don't know.
Yeah.
Like
if you're sitting leaning back a little bit, I could see it working. But if you're leaning forward over the thing, you're not shooting down.
Your knees
You're
are hitting
shooting
the
back.
tank.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, my money's on your knees on the tank.
Yeah.
You know?
that could very well be.
But hey,
I've never done that before, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I like the thought of having a fucking table and shit while you're doing that. So, because I mean, have you ever had to drink coffee while you're taking a shit?
I mean, had to like with a gun to my head.
No, have you ever just?
I thought you
because
like.
I don't know that I have because normally I'm at work. I don't carry my coffee into the
it's a
bathroom.
magical experience to sit and fucking like set your coffee on the counter and shit and fucking
I
play
don't
your
know,
own
coffee and shitting seem to be sequential for me.
Yeah.
Not simultaneous.
But try it simultaneously. It's it'll change your life. It will.
All
It will.
right.
Yeah.
You get you like on an ad for like an American Standard. You know, it's just like a Home Depot ad where it's just
Right.
like, try this toilet, shit and drink your coffee. It'll change your life.
Well, I was staying at
You smile at
a smoking hotel one time, and I smoke, but I don't like staying in smoking
Yeah,
rooms because you
all
smell like a
Smokers are
fucking
gross.
ashtray.
And yeah.
yeah.
You don't want to be around them.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm fully aware of how bad I smell all the time. I just try not to make it worse. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna smoke in the goddamn shower because that sounds fucking sweet. And while I was doing it, I was like, this is fucking cool, dude. I've never coughed. I thought I was gonna fucking die. I
Yeah.
woke up next morning because all the steam mixed with
Yeah.
the tar and shit in my lungs. It's fucking awful. But at the time,
Yeah, I feel like you're just like challenging a shower beer because nothing beats a shower.
no, nothing beats a
you
shower
know?
beer or a shower whiskey or whatever the case may be. But the shower cigarette, the experience in the moment, amazing. Immediate regret, like
what,
within
you
an
put
hour.
a bag
getting out.
over your hand, like you just like do you keep it out of the way?
I'm not like under the yeah. It's it's the same way.
He's just- it just seems-
He's just crying under the.
I'm going,
It,
oh,
seems- it
Jesus
just seems
Christ.
problematic.
I
You
just
know,
said-
like,
My cigarette won't even stay
It's just like-
lit.
You got to do well. It's kind of like when you're smoking.
No,
It's
I-
raining. You got to do the hand shield. Yeah.
yeah, that's not a real problem. Yeah, smoking in the rain. Who does that?
Who doesn't smoke in the rain? If
Smokers.
it's raining?
Smokers do that.
Again, I smoked for quite a long time.
Yeah.
But then I just quit, and then you just realize you're like, oh, it smells like shit.
Yeah, it does smell like shit.
We talked about. I think did we talk about this the other day? I was actually on an airplane where I smoked on an airplane.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking long ago.
Yeah.
And it was the most great. It was the greatest thing ever.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
I'm his age.
Right. I assumed
Yeah.
that we're all the same age. So
Yeah, I smoked on an international flight in like '98 on an Air France flight. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't banned.
international is
international.
fine, because in the U.S. you couldn't smoke at that time.
No,
on flights.
no.
I
I
mean,
remember-
you
I
could, but you had to fucking do it in the
Right. I remember going like flying and had the people smoking, like when I was a kid, smoking on the plane, like turning.
Oh, I can remember
smoking
that as
smoking
well.
and shit, like my grandparents and stuff. But yeah. I remember my getting my fucking. Here's my tonsils I got taken out. Some shit. But anyway, we were on the way home. My grandmother was in the car with us and she fucking lit up and was smoking. And I fucking puked because the smell of the smoke and coming off of the anesthesia. And for first she was like, don't you puke in my damn car. As they pull over and I puked and I was like, I think it's the smoke. She goes, well, you better suck it up.
That's right.
I was like, yes,
What a
yes.
sweet, loving
Yes,
grandmother.
Oh, she was awesome. We called her the mean granny because she didn't put up
seen
with
that movie.
shit. She was, yeah,
I
right.
think Johnny Knoxville's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like my mom's mom was mean as shit. And when we were kids, we were like, she's the worst. But like later looking back, like she was the fucking coolest old fucking bitch in the world, man. But she, like I remember being upset when I was a kid because I was hungry and I was whining about wanting a snack or some shit. I was probably 6 or 7. And my mom was like, well, I can get you something. And I was like, I don't want that. And my grandmother was like, you can have raisins. She had some raisins. I was like, well, I don't want raisins. She goes, well, it's raisins or nothing. And I was like, but I don't want raisins. And she wouldn't let me eat the entire goddamn trip unless I would eat the raisins. That was just.
And did you shit your pants?
No, not on that trip. But yeah. But she's the one that told me when I came back and I had my fucking
Lip
my
piercing.
lip pierced. She's like, now everybody's going to know you're gay. I was
Yeah.
like, thanks, Granny.
They just questioned it before. Now they know.
Now they know.
Wait, did you have it on the right side or left side?
Right side.
Then that's what that means. You
Yeah.
can't go right side. That's fucking.
Always
I didn't know that.
That's
I didn't know that.
classic
I didn't
gay.
know that went that way for lips. I thought it was just ears.
I mean, the whole side of your head. Right? If you're gonna pick one and go right, I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well just be boy fucking George.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I've always
Or
been
George.
bucking the trend.
Yeah.
Well,
I
like
don't
I
know,
had
just-
my ears pierced back in the day. It's before I knew anything about actual like tattoo and piercing places and getting it proper. So went to Claire's and got the fucking gun through
That's
the
where
ears.
I
Like
got
all
my
90s
first one
kids.
done. Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking gun, man.
I was 18 years old and had to ask my dad still, like, can I get my
You
ears
didn't
pierced?
have
And he-
to.
yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You're 18.
Yeah, I still lived at his house.
You still
His
didn't
rules.
have to.
Yes, I did.
I'm sure there's a.
If I wanted to
a
have-
financial arrangement in there somewhere, right?
No.
You
It's
got a
like
roof over your head, right? Yeah,
it is like I'm 18 years old, but I still live at your house. It's your rule. So I either move out of your house.
But I
Or
understand that, but you still at 18 could have been like, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway because you're
Sure.
18. So yes, you could have done it without permission. Is
Yeah,
my
I
point.
You
understand
know, it's
that.
funny, man. I've had this conversation with like my 8-year-old son
Now
right,
who-
about like adults can do anything they want.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, I'm like, they can do fucking anything they want.
Anything.
He's like, well, can they like rob a store? I'm like, yeah, totally. You're just gonna get in trouble for it. But the point is, adults can do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
Right.
Just, hammering it home.
But
you know?
based on Steven's logic, kids can do anything they want as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steven's
I guess
getting
it's
caught
a
up in
con- it's a
semantics
consequence,
now.
No, but you can control your child up to a certain age.
I understand that, but if they still live at your house, they set the rules.
Okay.
Right? Do you agree with that? Right?
Your parents set the rules? Is
Yes.
what you want? Yeah, for sure.
If you live at their house, that's the thing. So,
Yeah.
out of respect, he sets the rules. I live at his house. I have to ask my dad to get my ears pierced.
I think the better
You're
question
putting
is,
it on yourself.
what would have happened had you done it and not asked him?
He would have told me to take it out or go move back in with my mom, and
Right.
fuck that.
Yeah.
All right,
But my point being is because a lot of places, I don't remember if you had to have, like, if you're under 18 for all that shit, you had to have parental consent
Yes.
to get that shit done.
Mm.
My point being, at 18, you could have gone and done it without,
Yes.
you would have had consequences.
Yes, absolutely. Which is
But
what I'm
you're
saying.
fucking
Like I
grown.
still to go and do that, like to bypass any consequences, whatever. I got to ask my dad.
But would you have done it if he said no?
If he said no, probably would have done it anyway and just sucked it up, and hit it from him or whatever.
But that's a big
but I
rule of
still-
life right there, right? It's
Yeah.
like, is it better to ask or is it?
No,
better to ask
I've
for
actually, now that I'm
ask for-
thinking
Depends
about
on
it.
the
No,
company you
actually,
work for.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because at that time in our life, we were still big into church. So I probably wouldn't have done it. I would have just asked and asked and asked until he
Yeah,
finally said. When I asked him, he said, "I don't want you to do it, but you're 18, so if you want to make that decision for
That's a good
yourself, you
answer.
can." I still had to ask him though.
You didn't have to.
Listen
That's
here,
my point.
semantics. Listen here, semantics.
didn't-
You hate it when I do
I think
this,
that's
and now
relative,
you're
man.
doing it.
It's relative. Yeah, it's relative to to
relative.
the life experience.
But I'm
Yes,
saying,
it wasn't life or death. Like if I
No.
ask him and go get my ears pierced, I die.
right.
Or if I walk in there
No.
and they go, "Did you
Oh,
ask
no,
your
no.
dad?"
What
and
I-
I say
no.
no, they're like, "Well, fuck you, man."
The
You can't get your ears
situation that
pierced."
you
No.
were in, and out of respect for your dad, you had to.
Well, I didn't have to.
No, you didn't.
All right.
Thank
Jesus
you for agreeing.
fucking
Thank you for
Christ.
agreeing with me.
Anyway, so I got my ears pierced. 2 weeks later, I'm back in Huntsville, Alabama. I go get a second hole put in each year, and I come home. Dad goes, "Well, you didn't ask me if you could get the second hole in." I said, "Well, I figured you said I could get the first one. It was okay if I got the second one." He was like, "Whatever, I don't care."
It's the fifth, it's the
Swiss
fifth,
cheese-
it's the
Swiss
fifth
cheese
base
it.
of the year.
I guess so. He's like, "I don't care, whatever."
Did you stop there?
No, after I was out of the house, got married, I got my lip pierced on both sides, and
Just to be like him.
no, I don't
No,
think so
no.
because I got mine done.
Did you guys both have your lips done at the same time?
No.
All right.
No.
all right.
But I got
And
mine.
we got up lip to lip, and then just one needle through both.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
No, he got his right side done, and I got both sides done. But I got
That's
mine
cool.
done.
That's
sitting-
cooler. It's more respectable.
but I also got mine done sitting in someone's living room floor.
wow.
So,
Snake bites on a living floor, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, and then I saw
We
and
just
so,
got them, so when we rub noses, they would go tink 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 together.
It sucks when they get
Christmas
caught.
with two jingle
Yeah.
bells. You know?
Yeah.
That's it. But the first time I saw my dad after that, like he didn't mention them at all.
Yeah.
He didn't like point them
Doesn't
out or say
acknowledge
anything.
them. Yeah.
They didn't acknowledge him, but the whole time I was talking to him, he was going like messing with his own lip.
Like he's gonna catch it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
He wanted
Yeah.
to know, like, if you like held water in your mouth, is it gonna
Yeah,
squirt out
right.
and stuff? He had a ton of questions for you.
Well, that's it's funny you say that. Like you feel like he's gonna catch it because that's a very southern thing too. Like maybe not, but I know like my parents, or I should say my parents, but like my dad and uncles and shit growing up was like like being around like anyone that's gay, you're gonna catch the gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I won't be around no homosexuals. I ain't gay. I'm like, well, obviously you're not fucking gay. It's not gonna rub off on you.
Yeah.
Or they
Well,
might if you
no,
ask nice.
Obviously, you are because you feel like you're gonna get close to one. You're gonna turn.
Right.
That
And that was always the thing. Like
reveals the truth.
you can be gay as you won't, just don't be gay around me. I'm like, why? Why can't they be gay around you? I get you don't want to see somebody fucking another dude in the ass in front of you.
Well,
But-
I mean, it is. I mean, you said it. You said it. Like people, especially people older than us,
Mhm.
it was the concern that you could catch that.
Yeah.
Case
Yeah.
in point, do you remember when you and I think you're still with Jesse at the time?
Okay.
You guys met us in Huntsville with some other friends of ours that we went to church with.
Okay.
They had two daughters were with them at the time. They had a son as well. But we were walking around Bridge Street Mall outside, and I knew that. So this guy is. So I'm 40. He's around 50 or so now. So at the time, I knew he was like this. Gay people made him uncomfortable. And so Steven and I were walking ahead of them a
Do
little
we
bit.
hold hands?
Yes. I reached down and grabbed Steven's hand walking through the mall, and that guy immediately 90-degree turn and went into a
Yeah.
store. Probably didn't pay any attention to where he walked. He just immediately like I can't. It's like I can't handle this. Like
Yeah.
the joke or anything. He just couldn't handle it.
fragile.
It was so
masculinity.
it was so.
Yeah, well,
funny.
I about got David Clayton's ass beat in
Oh, yeah?
Murfreesboro because I came up behind him. We were at a Chinese buffet, and I came behind him. I came behind, put my arm around his stomach, and I
Mhm.
kissed him on the cheek. I was like, "I'm so glad we're here, sweetie," and just kissed him and walked off. And some dude like was like, "What the hell?
You got hate
Damn
crime?
faggots!"
Almost.
Oh, yeah.
You hate crimed another dude?
No.
It was like a setup.
No, that
No,
was my buddy.
no,
I just and some other random dude was like mad about it.
Oh, but you didn't get like attacked or anything.
No. I
Or-
thought we were going to get our
Yeah,
asses beat because he was yelling, "You fucking faggots! What the
Wow.
hell y'all doing in here?"
It's odd how still real that is now. I mean, we were downtown Knoxville back.
I wanted
2014.
to get in a fight so
I
bad
wanted
that
to get in a
night.
fight so bad that
Oh.
night too. At 2014, these two young guys. So 2014, we were 33, and the night of my birthday, we're headed to a bar, and
Was that your birthday?
yes,
I thought it was your buddy's birthday. Yeah,
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't. I still don't know when your birthday is.
I know you don't.
No.
We were on the podcast in 2020 on my birthday,
Yeah, I
and
don't-
you're like, so what's going on this week? Like completely,
I still don't
completely
know.
serious.
I still don't know when your birthday is.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Dude, David Clayton called me on my birthday this year, and he was like, "Happy birthday, man!"
I
was like,
tweeted out that it was your birthday.
"Yeah,
on your
I have
birthday.
no clue
Yeah,
when any of you guys' birthday is."
I know. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
I know.
It doesn't hurt anymore.
Dude, I had one year. I shit you not. The only thing I got on my birthday was a card from Marlboro. That was it. Like
Wow.
the coupon, the birthday coupon.
Well,
My
you know who
mom
loves
didn't
you now.
call. My grandparent, nobody. That's all I got in the mail. And I didn't think it was my birthday till I got it. And it was like, "Oh, happy birthday!" I was like, "Oh shit, it's my birthday." So
I mean, I have like a modern phone, man. I got like contacts. I got everybody's
Yeah.
phones. Like this shit just reminds me constantly. I get
Yeah.
reminders for birthdays. I don't give a fuck about.
I don't put any
like
of that shit.
I
LinkedIn
put the
contacts.
shit in my
like I
phone,
get like
though.
their birthdays. You know.
Oh, I turned that kind of shit off on my social media. Now my social media doesn't have my birthday on it because I got tired of getting messages from people that I haven't talked to in years. saying,
Yeah, that'll do it.
hey, happy
That'll do it.
birthday. I tweeted out. I posted on Facebook one year. It was my birthday, and I had gotten a whole bunch of stuff from people saying happy birthday. And I posted
Like
to those of you that,
Jessica.
well,
Yeah.
no, I just said to those of you that wish me happy birthday today, thanks. To those of you that I haven't talked to in a long time, there's really no reason that you should have ever said happy birthday to me. So whatever. And my wife was like, that's so mean. You should have never done that.
I care about none
Well,
of
let's
that
see what
shit.
happens next year then. Right.
No comments about birthday.
Well, like this year, Amanda's like, oh, you're 40. We should do something. I was like, I don't fucking care. Like, it's another day.
Yeah, we went
like,
went to
I'm
dinner.
not, the only thing I'm upset about is I'm not dead yet. Like, that's my only qualm with where I'm at in my life.
No, we went to dinner, and that was about it.
Yeah. Job
with all the kids.
But do you make a bigger deal about your wife's birthday than your own, though, right?
I wouldn't say I make a big deal about it, but I get her something. That's about it.
Oh yeah. How about you? Our birthday's big. Your
birthdays aren't big. I mean, birthdays are big for me personally, but and again, as you get like older and that stuff just kind of drifts off.
Yeah.
And again, when you have kids too, you just overdo it for them, and then disregard yours.
Yeah.
We have a big one coming up in the family this year. Matthew turns 21.
Okay. So. Yeah, take him out to drink.
Yeah.
Make him hurt.
He was gonna make him like drink an entire bottle of Tito's,
I don't
know. Oh fuck, his wife drinks Tito. God damn it.
So yeah. So he went out with his older brother who'll be 25 this year. And they went to a cabin in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, wherever, with all of my oldest, some of his friends. They go to a cabin every year, and he took my youngest son probably 2 years ago. So he was, 18 years old or something. Sure. And they went to go buy their liquor and beer, and my oldest and all his friends, they basically drink beer, a little bit of liquor here and there, but basically
which you should be ashamed about.
Whatever, it's more for me. No, but Matthew, my youngest, they was like, what do you want? He was like, just give me a bottle of whiskey or whatever. He doesn't like beer or anything. Yeah. So I don't remember what they got him, but probably some shitty bourbon or something. And they get up there and they're in the hot tub and they're drinking or whatever. And he said, my oldest Gabe said, I pulled Matthew aside and I said, listen, we're all drinking beer. We're going to be opening new beers frequently. You can't pace with us with liquor. It's going to end poorly. Don't try. You're fine. No one's going to make fun of you for having 3 beers while you have 1 whiskey. No one's going to make fun of you for that. I
love that age where like people keep track, right?
Yeah. And but evidently Matthew just kind of like
kept up,
was trying to keep up with him, whatever. And he was fine. And then he went up
till he wasn't.
We went up to go to bed and threw up everywhere. Mm-hmm. And so Gabe had to go up there and just basically dumped him in the shower, leaned his head back so that he was out of the water and couldn't drown, and turned the water on, and then got in the bed and let him sit in there until the water got cold. But he said the next morning they were standing around the deck of the cabin talking and smoking and whatever. So they were all talking. And then all of a sudden, Matthew just went and just started throwing up still the next morning off the thing. So he was like, I told you, don't do this.
Yeah. Now I feel like out of all of your kids, the one that's going to be able to drink like a champ. Now Gabe can crush some beers for sure, but Olivia's going to be able to crush booze if she ever wants to walk down.
She already drinks with her friends every once in a while.
But I'm just saying, shot for shot. Dude, she's 15. Like we've told the story here, but I don't think Mike's heard it. So I think she was 15.
I used to, approximately 14 or 15.
So I told him about picklebacks, right? Those in the younger days. And so I was like, whatever. Yeah, fuck you. Picklebacks are amazing. Anyway, and I don't remember how it came up, but he was going to let he's like, you want to do one? And
I used to when my kids were teenagers and if I were drinking something, I'd say, you can have a sip.
Yeah,
just see what it tastes like or whatever. But that was the extent of it.
Yeah, but I think Gabe or Matthew had tried one.
Gabe was there, and he had one. And I think Krista had one.
And the normal like cough, sput or whatever. And then his 15-year-old daughter, she was like, "Can I have one in the living?"
She shot me straight. She's like, "I never drank with friends before at that point."
And and your wife first like no, and we talked her into it.
I think I was the one that was saying no.
Maybe I talked him into it anyway. His daughter fucking threw that shit back at 15 and didn't even wince. Through that.
Those girls are tough, dude.
But I was like, proud. But we were both like, holy shit, because. Everybody else is
very proud.
Whatever.
Very good. Now, don't ever do that.
That's fine. Whatever. She's smart enough about it where a few weeks ago, I was at my sister's house in Nashville to help her move. And my daughter ended up not coming home that night. She texted and said, I'm not coming home tonight. Cause I just said, hey, if you're not coming, she lives kind of downstairs over there and she's in college or whatever. And I was like, just let me know if you're not coming home because no one wants to wait up or, if we hear you coming in the house, we know it's you coming in the house, whatever. And she texts I'm just going to stay here tonight. I'm like, fine, whatever. Yep. And the next day I'm calling my wife. I'm talking to my wife on the phone. She was like, yeah, Olivia came in. She didn't feel very well. She was out drinking at the son's house last night. I was like, well, but she was smart and she decided to just early in the night before she got drunk. She's like, I'm drinking. I'll just stay here tonight and be done with it. So
awesome.
I don't know many teenage guys that are like that.
Oh God, no.
No,
I'm an adult and I'll still like, I'm weighing out like, I think I can make it home before I'm just
you were
shit-faced.
shit-faced here the last time when you were getting ready to make
Yeah, but I didn't. I made the smart decision.
You're right. You got in the car.
Had the world not just fucking turn on its ear when I sat in the car, I would have driven home. I was fine. Like, okay. And I went and got in the car. And as soon as I sat down, I was on a hill and it was just like, oh, but I was like, nope.
Well, I'm not in a roller coaster.
Not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I've driven home. Yeah. Way too many times. Just absolutely fucking
Nice.
shitty.
So I got a question. So if you were smoking when you were like 13, when did you start
12.
drinking?
I started doing a little bit of drinking then. When I was born, I had a
Fetal alcohol syndrome.
Yeah. No, I had a 14 and 15 or 15 and 16-year-old aunt and uncle. And so when I was very young, I almost grew up like they were just older brother and sister.
Fuck yeah.
That's we lived next to them.
Crazy.
Uncle brothers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So when I was 12 and I had a cousin that we lived on this land, like he and his family lived, a couple acres across this pasture from us. And my uncle, for whatever reason, lived at their house. And I don't know why. I can't still to this day. I don't know why he lived there.
I have theories.
No, that was his aunt. That he was living with.
I have theories.
It's so weird, but anyway, when we would camp out on like the backside of the property, we would just all bring money and give it to him, and he'd go buy cigarettes and Black and Milds and chewing tobacco and beer and every
back shelf behind the register. Just give me everything back there.
Yeah, and every time we would give him the money, every time
put him over the switchers.
It's this weird thing.
It's to catch the smoke.
Yeah, he always did this. He always did several weird things that seemed very old fashioned or whatever. But we'd give him the money, and he would take his hat off, and he would have us put the money in the hat, and then he would hold the money, turn the hat upside down. He's like, everybody put your hand in the hat. I'm like, all right. We put our hand in. He goes, that means that this stays under the hat and you don't say shit about this to anybody. It was like, all right, fine. And he would go, he just did weird old fashioned.
Did you guys have like secret wrestling camp and shit?
No, not with him. The other uncle that we're not like blood related to.
Okay.
No. He was my Uncle Jonas.
That should have definitely been followed up with like, you boys want to see a dead body.
I mean, he probably could have showed us a dead body.
That's pretty rare.
But he would bring us the
if
beer.
I was a child molester, I would use that as a euphemism for my dick.
Yeah.
And then, be like, hey, you guys, you little kids want to see a dead body? They'd be like, yeah. I'd be like, hey.
He's like, you see, like, just like drawing with a magic marker on
right.
it.
It's like, you ever seen a resurrection? I think that's a good spot for a break.
I think that's a great soundbite.
Yeah. All right.
I'll take a break. Be back
yeah, go for it.
Yep. Hey, everybody. We'd like to take a minute to tell you about a really cool podcasting app called Stitcher Premium.
Yeah, Stitcher Premium is, like you said, a free app, and they've got everything you could look for: true crime, comedy, pop culture, The Office ladies. I think Conan O'Brien's podcast is on there. There's lots of things on there.
And archives of all those things.
Oh, yeah. And smart lists.
Yeah, the smart lists. That's what I was about to say, you fuck. Smart lists basically will watch what you're listening to, or say listen to what you're listening to, use some fancy algorithms, and make recommendations on shit that you already like.
Yeah, so if you go to Stitcher.com/premium and use the code B3F, you can get a month free. So it's $4.99 a month, or $34.99 if you pay for a full year. But use the code B3F and you'll get a free month.
Check it out. Hey.
So we lost the viewers that we had while you guys were out there talking shop.
Whatever.
For a long break.
That's one thing I will say, though, about my current company. We are super shitty about talking about work all the fucking time, no matter where it is. But everything's work.
Everything's work, man.
Everything.
Oh, yeah, there's no breaks.
Yeah.
Sleep's not allowed.
It's very odd. Like the amount of shit that, I don't know, it's very strange. Like, I love, though, this is the first time, like, for all there's pros and cons for everything, right? Like, nothing's ever fucking perfect or whatever. But I can honest to God say, like, out of all the shit jobs that I've had, like, this is by far the favorite company I've worked for all of any other issues. It's fucking sweet. So, anyway, okay. Mike might disagree, but from my perspective coming in and my background, it's been fucking fantastic.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. What?
You're all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
You're all right.
Yeah, you're an asshole. I wish I would have never met Mike, and I wish he wasn't here tonight.
I don't know why you begged me to be here.
Me either.
I had a thought before we went to break, and I completely
I know
forgot.
you.
I know.
You
I
never
forget
remember
everything.
That was like an hour ago.
We got fuck you, but we got talking about other shit, but I don't remember what it was. I should have written it down.
Mostly smoking related.
Did it pertain to music? You left your glass outside.
I know. I noticed that. So, oh well.
Wow. Punished.
Yes,
We got to go straight from the bottle.
That's what I was going to say. Straight from the bottle.
Right.
Now. Anyway, I don't even remember what we were talking about before we went to break. But
Right.
you cut us off. So
I didn't cut us off.
yes, you do. You're like, well, is that you want to take a break?
We had
now?
a good no because I think I just talked about if I was a child molester, and so it was
Yes.
it was a good time
So
to stop.
continue with that. If you were a child molester,
I'd be fucking great at it.
you think so?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've got skinny fingers.
Did you convert to Catholicism?
I'd go back and get my collar.
There you go.
Yeah. You know, 'cause all priests are
The
child
van,
molesters.
the candy. Yeah, no, I get it.
You don't need a van.
I get it. I've heard of that.
You don't need you don't need a van and candy if you're a priest.
When you make it from priest to
Cardinal?
archbishop, cardinal, whatever, do you get to upgrade then to like at least to teenagers, or how does that work?
I don't know. I
No, you
think
just get more of
At
them.
what point do you get the single mom? Oh, okay, I got you.
well, I
That's a
think
volume play.
right. I think at that point you should start getting protection.
I think they do. I think they do. Or no,
Guys, those boys ain't going to get pregnant.
yeah, that's kind of where I was going with that, but I just decided to.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, Jesus.
Ah, shit. I actually I did have something to talk about though, because I wanted to ask you guys both about this. And it's kind of old news at this point. It's still surfacing in different ways. But the shootings that happened earlier this month with the massage parlors, about the dude that went and killed 10 people?
Yeah, the incel dude.
Yeah.
The guy that was just having a bad day.
Right. But there's been a huge cry from the Asian community for him to be charged with hate crimes for, targeting Asian people. And I wanted your opinion if you think those are hate crimes or not.
I mean, fucking crucify him, man, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it were another minority, would it be considered a hate crime? If the answer is yes, then yeah, it's a hate crime.
See, I disagree.
Why?
I think it's based on the bulk of the victims.
Because Asians are winning overall.
No. No. And I say this, I think, first of all, it's a religious problem. At its base, because that's the whole thing is based out of his
Religion is
struggle
nothing but
with
a bunch of hate crimes. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm saying it's motivated by his sexual guilt is what they're saying, and him
Fueled
trying
by
to
4chan.
Yeah. And then, but on top of that, in all reality, the vast majority, unequivocally, undebatable of illicit massage parlors are Asian owned.
okay.
Right? It's a stereotype, but it's also very fucking true. And
There
so,
are stereotypes for a reason.
I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
yeah, no. So my point being is, if those are the places that he was frequenting and that he felt bad and was wanting to rid the city of, then those are going to be the natural targets, not because they're Asians, but because they're the point of his struggle, what he's blaming on
But
his
here's the question,
scapegoats.
though. Is it the motive, the intent, or is it just a result? 'Cause
Right.
At the end of the day, the result is visibly a hate crime.
Right. Well, but hate crime in itself is based on motivation, right?
But also the result, right? I mean, I could have a ton of hate, and I just
Right.
race on race. You know what I mean? But as soon as you mix it up,
But there was a white woman and a dude in that mix too, and I don't know if they happen to be a receptionist or what the fuck it was,
They
but
don't
it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. But my point is, then you had the shooting in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
When the dude went in and just started fucking blasting people. That's any crime that you're murdering people is a goddamn hate crime. You're hating people.
I agree with that.
But I mean, but by the definition of hate crime is it's a racially motivated
Sure.
crime. And my argument would be is that guy was not racially motivated. He was fucking religiously motivated based on his guilt and whatever the
So
fuck
what's your
it
end
was.
goal? You want to let him off?
No. No, Mike,
wanna let
I
I just
just
wanted to be charged with murder, not hate
I don't
crime.
care about the result. I'm wanting your opinion on it being a hate crime.
What's
or
your
not.
opinion?
I don't think it was a hate crime.
Okay.
I feel like there should be a specifically classified type of crime that's not a hate crime and it's not just regular fucking murder that's specifically reserved for religious motivated crime.
That's weird because I don't think there should be any laws at all.
That's a slippery slope.
Oh yeah, there's that.
That's a slippery slope.
What do you mean?
I mean, because religion is in a lot of the countries is a bit under attack for right or for wrong. is a bit under attack.
I think for right, but continue.
Yeah, well, sometimes, but there's a lot of instances where you can't even bring up religion at all, or you're going to be attacked.
See, I don't think that's a slippery slope, though, because it's nothing to do with religious expression. It's fucking murder based on religion.
Agree with that.
That's a whole different fucking thing.
But have we learned nothing that things never stop right there? They always go a little farther.
Right, but still, well then.
Yeah, but like he didn't shoot up a strip club.
Right. But that's not what he was struggling with. He was getting fucking hand jobs from strangers, like prostitution, whatever. But it was based, like he frequented those establishments. My point being, if they were all white-owned establishment, it would have been the same fucking result.
Sure.
It had nothing to do with them being Asian as much as that was the race of people that owned the fucking parlors. Sure. And so, based on the definition of a hate crime, essentially killing somebody because they're a particular race.
I agree with your whatever you want to call it, synopsis, whatever.
And I'm not trying to argue it. I'm just curious
had it
on
been
a
a
different perspective on it.
A white-owned massage parlor with white people doing the jerking off, he would have done the same thing. Right. I completely agree with that.
And I understand from politically, from the place that we're in society, I fully understand it.
And that's where I'm saying, like, you got to.
And it's a heinous crime either way that he should be fucking charged for. I get that. But I'm saying the big outcry for hate crime, I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, the problem with trying to define what his intent is, right, is it's like it's exploratory, right? And again, unless he explicitly says it and he can fucking change his mind or change any story he wants on it. The end result was that it was like a predominantly Asian group. So, you know what? Let it get fucking cold.
And well, again, it doesn't matter, like in the sense of like what he's charged with, because it's not going to change his sentencing or whatever. Like my just thought was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, fucking, it's not a hate crime. By definition of how a hate crime is defined. It's not. I think the race.
He didn't kill them because they're Asian.
Exactly. He killed them because they were massage parlors.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I guess because my whole thought is
still a hate crime when one race.
Yeah.
No, a race crime is targeting because of their race.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying the way we look at it now. I was going to say when one race targets another race, it's a hate crime, but it's not really the way it works.
But really, I mean, I feel like anything that and the reason I was asking that was to get into the fact that so many mass shootings from white, because the vast majority of mass shooters are fucking crazy ass white people.
Not true.
Yeah,
not true.
It's not true.
Okay. Well, let me phrase it. The most ones you hear about are fucking
the publicized ones are, but statistically not true.
Okay.
Yeah,
I stick corrected.
I didn't come with that stat with me, but I know generally speaking,
because
I've heard that recently, is that especially the Colorado jam, where it's like there was a lot of notable people with big large followings that were very much like he's in custody, he must be white, here it comes, and find out he wasn't, and they like deleted all their tweets.
No, I get that for sure. Yeah. I just meant as far as the most ones you hear about are white guys.
Yeah, the media definitely publicizes the white ones.
But the point being, a lot of the crimes. Right, of course. Yeah. Well, it's the cool thing.
I mean, think about it. You hear about hate crimes when a white person does it to another race, but you don't ever hear about a hate crime when a minority kills a white person.
Well, because that's where we are society, and I'm not even talking about that. My point is a lot of those. There are more that are religiously motivated at their core than any fucking other type of mass shooting, and that doesn't get a spotlight. It's all because the catchwords right now and where we're sitting is everything is racially charged.
Sure.
So much. And I've heard that religious attack bullshit so much, but that's been being said for the last 20 fucking years. And to me, it's not prosecution. If your crime is based out of religious motive, there's a fucking issue there, and that's never fucking addressed. Like half of the issues that come out with a lot of this type of stuff is because this person, they'll say, well, they were a religious extremist, they were this, they were that, but they focus on the race of person, whether it's an Asian or like the guy, the fart that killed all the black guys or the black people in the church, right?
Yeah.
It was racial for sure, but at its core, it was from his religious standpoint, and that is never fucking talked about, and that fucking bothers the shit out of me. Because religion is such a fucking spot of basing that hate and basing that fucking disdain for other people, like, and not just like in the Muslim or Islamic community, but like in the Christian community too.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know as
abortion
much,
clinic bombings back in the 90s
blame
and
the
shit.
religion as much as I blame the heads of churches and things like that.
Yeah, but that's part of it. Like, and I'm not talking about like saying that Islam or Christianity is inherently evil, but the leaders in that instill that shit into those people, like a fuck ton of I should say there's like quite a few serial killers have like a really
Yeah.
fucked up religious background. And I'm just saying like there's never a spotlight on that side of things. Like it's mentioned or like, and it's easy to blame it on an extremist, but there's so much of that shit at its core is
Right.
based out of different fucking religious aspects. And it bothers me that that's not a category of shit, because the church isn't held accountable for a lot of shit. I mean, it's mentioned, it's people get pissed and then it goes away. I don't know. That's my rant.
I'm gonna imagine a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're just trying to sue Jesus, aren't you?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, he's got all the money.
It's got everyone's.
Yeah.
Seen that collection.
10% out of fucking billions of people is a goddamn lot of money.
Did you read about the whole thing with the Mormon Church having an investment fund, a secret investment fund?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, they're like one of just reading it this
Well,
week.
the Mormons will bill you if you're in the Mormon Church and you're behind on your tithes. They send you fucking bills and shit.
Yeah. It's it was like a topical thing that came up this week. It was like they basically like uncovered a secret like investment bank that was Mormon Church funded, that was like in one of the top 3 global funds for like startups,
Nice.
and things like that. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
Goddamn it.
But the point is like
Ashton Kutcher.
nobody's exempt, right?
No, not at all. I know. What are you doing?
We got notification that Facebook's not working, so I'm trying to work it out.
No, well, it looks like it's working here.
Do you think it
No,
was?
audio's not working on it.
Oh, audio's not working? Fucking weird. It doesn't matter.
Do you think it has something to do with that special ed branch of the army?
Right, it might be. Are you a big conspiracy theory guy? Because I know that one thing, and I won't go into it fully, but there's a lot of freedom leanings as somebody from the North that you don't expect as much, like that I didn't when I first met you or talked to you, as far as firearm ownership and some other shit that you're very pro. That, and again, being in the South, you assume that all Yankees are fucking liberals.
Yeah.
And not that that's my assumption for everybody, but with a lot of your aesthetic, right, you assume you'd be more of on the liberal side of things, which,
Sure.
Based on face value, but you're not at all in a lot of
Not at
areas. So I feel like the South's a good fit for you, man. Welcome.
South's a good fit for me. Again, I would rather just like abolish all forms of government across the board, right? Like I think it's an easy thing to counter with saying, like, oh, if you're not this, you got to be that,
Right.
I'm more of like, I want like gay married couples to defend their marijuana plants with AR-15s.
Right.
Like, that's what I want.
Yeah. So I guess what I was asking though, are you a conspiracy theory guy? Is what I was getting into. Are you
They
into-
entertain me. They
Yeah.
entertain me thoroughly.
Right.
You
did say you were-
I got a few favorites, you know, but do I fully subscribe to them and like adhere to them and engage in the forums?
Right.
No,
Okay.
I can't do that. I can't do that. That's going too far.
Okay. And the reason I ask is because you look like you'd be into conspiracy theories. I'm just.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean,
I know after during the flat Earth episode, you were texting me like, "This dude's making so much fucking sense, man. NASA's a fucking shit show." Like, and I was really kind of amazed that you were fucking subscribing to a lot of the flat Earth stuff. But
Wow, that's a bold one. That's a bold one. I'm going to go as far as like anytime I'm presented with one.
yeah,
as maybe as rational or maybe as extreme as it goes, I just like to take it to a crazy place,
right.
because birds aren't real.
Right. NASA buys up a lot of fucking helium.
Birds aren't real. Yeah, no, there's some sort of anagram for bird, but it's basically they're not real.
Yep.
They're robots. They're for surveillance.
Yep.
COVID was for them to change the batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I can fix this real quick. Give me a second.
That's all the lockdown was for.
You said Facebook audio's down?
Facebook, YouTube, it's all down.
Okay, watch this. Boom. We're going to take this out. We're going to
That's not live.
check 1, check 2. That's working. So we're going to do this. Boom. Check.
Give it a little bit of black magic.
So that is definitely not working. That's weird. We're going to green screen it.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting our feedback on here. I don't know why the fuck that's not. I don't want to end the broadcast, though.
Yeah, I get it.
So we lost all audio, huh?
Yep.
Now I bet we have audio. Let's check it out. We're dealing through some technical shit. Completely fucking up our groove.
It's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. It's probably my fault. I think I know what happened, though. And that would be my fault. Yep. Hey, look at that shit.
Boom.
So what happened was when I switched over to try to clear the old format, it muted our mic because it pulled us out of the stream. And then when I put it back into the stream, the the audio fucking cut.
Okay.
But it's still recorded the whole time. So we can fix it.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah. I like how we've had 2 fucking viewers this whole time, at least showing on here, and none of them has said anything about not having audio.
One of them have said something.
Okay. Hey, Will, you fucking cunt. I love you. Will says I cuss too much.
So Will, if you weren't listening earlier, I told the story about us getting caught smoking when we were young. So
and the part about the uncle and the touching.
Different side of the family.
Okay.
Different side of the family.
Well, I didn't say it was the same story.
No, sure.
Right. Did you ever have, so growing up as a young, horny teenager, fucking 14, 15, are family reunions big, like in the North? Did you ever have family
No,
reunions?
I got like a tiny family, man.
Okay.
I have like
We didn't have a lot of
I have
family
like 3
reunions.
cousins. Like
Okay.
either.
So we have like once, or we
4.
used to like once a year, we'd have the family reunion when everybody would get together and barbecue and all that shit. And that would be like one time a year. Okay. So even outside of a family reunion, then did you ever have a point like when you were a fucking horny 13, 14-year-old teenager, you met like a second cousin you'd never met? And you'd be
You
like,
have asked this question on here so many
Have I?
times. Yes.
how? When?
How? By saying those
Well,
same
God
words.
damn it,
This
you
is like
motherfucker.
front page Pornhub for you.
Yeah, no. I'm asking
It's just
at
got
13,
dirty
14, if you ever
Yeah,
saw
you
a
got
cousin,
dirty
you were
cousin.
like, holy shit.
Pornhub recommends stepsister stuck in a dryer. And he's like, no. Can I get cousin stuck in a dryer?
It's not doing it for me.
I was just asking. I
Yeah,
didn't realize I was asking.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't. There's a lot of things that went. There's a lot of weird things that went on in the family and things like that. But as far as meeting someone that I was attracted to or whatever, no.
Okay. I just wondering.
No.
You ever had like a cousin like, oh, or not even knowing that she was your cousin or something, but just like seeing like, oh, they're hot. Oh, yeah. And then you find out that your cousin, you're like, oh, never mind.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Like 13, 14, I think I probably can remember that at all, but
I don't remember. But we also didn't do family reunions. But
Yeah.
our general family would get together a lot, though.
Right.
Like aunts and uncles and cousins got together a lot.
Yeah.
But never extended family reunions. So.
Okay. I don't know that. I can't remember
I
shit.
mean, anything more to that? Did you act
No.
on anything?
No, I was just curious.
All right.
Fuck you, Mike.
I'm just saying you brought like a real personal vibe to this.
Okay. I was curious.
He's like, he was going for
just
some
me?
camaraderie. And he's like, yeah. No, me either. Just wondered, but me
Just
neither.
wanted me neither.
Second, I went
Never.
for third. Yeah.
Once removed.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Dude, I tell you, I had my
He comes running out. It's like, Dad, I just got a hand job in the tent over there by this hot chick. He does like, there's no one here you're not
Nobody
related
in your
to.
family.
You're related to everyone here.
Ah,
Even that
shit.
old woman over there.
Oh, I told you I had that an appointment with my neurologist or a neurologist, right?
Yeah.
A couple
An
weeks ago.
analologist.
I thought the same thing when he said that.
Fuck you guys. man.
analologist?
An analologist.
Yeah.
they really.
I think they're just called whores.
They really got in there. But no, they went through this
Yeah,
test.
please don't go shoot that place up. That's all I'm asking.
Oh my god. Fuck you guys. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I have these massive memory gaps, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you're just old. It's fine." And I was like, "You fucking kidding me?"
We're the same age.
That's,
I know.
That's where it all came
I don't
from.
have
That's,
the
that, that
same
was the
memory
combination
gaps.
of your vision. It was just like, I can't remember things. And you're like, you're old, go home.
Yeah.
Wow.
More or less, like they did some tests, and they're like, "Well, you have this shit that runs in your family. We'll keep an eye on it. Keep a log when you don't remember shit, but it seems like you're okay."
How are you going to remember to keep a log on it?
You could wear a fucking GoPro every day.
They told me to tell your wife to like write shit down when you don't remember things. I'm like, well, do you ever lose time? And I'm
Sounds
like,
like a
no,
thing.
I don't lose time. I just lose like gaps of memories. Like,
Right.
I don't ever wake up and be like, fucking 4 hours have gone by. I don't know what the fuck happened. But yeah, but but I told him, I was like, I'm having like literal, like, well, my wife and I'll hang out, have a conversation, watch a movie and shit, and I have no fucking recollection of any of it.
Right.
The movie, anything.
I know.
Dr. Straight told you you're not paying attention.
Yeah, that's basically what they told me.
So I've got this.
I was like, what the
issue-
fuck? Like, I'm concerned about this a little bit, just because, like, you know, it's well, I shouldn't say concerned.
It's a couple of weeks. He's gonna be like, dude, I got this guy Mike Sabia to come on from work. I'm like, oh yeah, you should bring him in.
Well, I told him, I was like, I feel like it's affecting work a little bit, not because
All
I'm
right.
not able to.
I don't have a question regarding
Okay.
him, but also maybe pertaining to your memory. You said that you were going to tell him I was super scared of COVID. So
I
that he
forgot
would-
to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
point I
man.
was.
I was
getting
gonna
at.
have you wear a mask like through half of this,
Oh fuck, man.
and then completely tell you like at our break. Okay, no, I'm just fucking with you.
But why would you would have to wear it too?
No.
It
No,
doesn't work that way.
because we're around each other all the time. You're
No,
not in
he's
my
comfortable
bubble.
with me. You're not in the
You're
bubble.
fucking bubble. All right.
I don't know
I'm
what
just
just
saying,
happened.
but-
Something went.
What the fuck did you do?
I don't know. I didn't do anything, but all of a sudden I didn't hear Mike anymore.
Whatever.
Well, whatever.
Just stop talking.
Anyway, I just, yeah.
So you
That's
wanna-
what it is.
Oh, look at that. You hit your solo button.
So
I
you're
think
looking.
this hit it. I think this fell and hit it.
We're super professional here, Mike.
Yeah.
if you
Well,
haven't
I
picked it
mean, yeah. What my takeaways are: you want to bang your cousins.
up. Right. That's,
But he
And
doesn't
you
want to remember it.
He doesn't remember it, but he'd be a great child molester.
Right. And he thinks white guys should get a pass when they kill Asian people.
right. And welcome to the B3F podcast.
Fantastic. This fucking did the whole thing in reverse.
That's it.
Ah.
Oh my God.
No, but
So,
do you ever, okay.
probably not. Go ahead.
We have talked about this before. I know this for a fact because I've made the
Don't
comment.
incriminate me in your shit.
No, but the fact that it's fucked up. But occasionally, if I ever hear of a mass shooting that happens, one of my
Yeah.
first thoughts is I probably could have done that better. Like when I hear like a small body count, like the dude, like the Orlando nightclub, like the dude walked in to a crowded club with a goddamn shotgun and killed like 3 people. I'm like, nah, that guy sucks.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
it's still not good, but I'm like, if I was that, I could have done it better.
It was like the guy back
I would have gotten at least 7.
in 96 or 97 that walked into Richland High School and killed 2 and injured 1.
Yeah.
During in between class periods.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I mean, I would never do it, but my brain, I don't know if it's because I'm competitive or what the fuck it is, but I'm always like, yeah, I could have done that better. But then when I saw when the Las Vegas shooting happened
So you watch things, you're competitive, and you think you do better. You ever watch like a gangbang? Be like, I can take more dicks than that.
if I watched gangbangs, I absolutely would.
he's like,
that's
they-
natural.
they gave up- they
It's
gave
just
up that-
competition.
he's just like, I swear to God, you get like 15, 16 cousins around, I could take that shit.
Oh, fuck you guys, man. This is not how this was supposed to go tonight.
I like him. He can come back anytime.
Yeah, I figured you would.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Like fucking cousins at a family reunion.
Easier than you think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's something else I was fixing to say and I completely lost it just then.
That's
oh
fair.
my God.
I mean, we were spending a good minute on mass shootings there.
That's fine.
Oh.
I was just saying.
Steve's a better mass shooter. He's
I
he's a better child molester.
No, if-
he's like the best criminal that's never fucking
Yeah.
happened.
Oh yeah. They would make movies about him, but he's never been
He's
caught.
never got never done it. Never done it because he can't remember.
That's it. That's how he passes a lie detector test.
And now I've lost all respect from Mike that I ever had to begin with at work.
I mean, the only way to win it back is to become a champion child molester and shoot up an entire room full of people and beat.
he'll just
beat a record.
then he'll tell stories. You're like, you know what? He called it. He said he would be good at it. Damn if he
Oh,
didn't.
I believed in you.
Oh my God. Fuck both of you guys, man. Oh, fucking shit, man. And he didn't contribute to the bag of shit yet either.
I
No, he
did. I
didn't.
threw one in there.
Oh, did you?
I threw
did.
one in there.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
one in
that's
at the beginning.
We need to
I
do
don't
one.
think we need
I
to
didn't
go
know how to
into it yet.
fold it so that like mine matches the rest of them. Because I feel like it's just going to be like a sore thumb.
Well,
It is.
are you pulling one?
No, I was just
I just
folding
folded
I
it
mean, you
back
might
up.
as well. You just took it out.
No, no,
All right.
no, no, no.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Did you
That's-
prepare anything for tonight? News, articles?
No, I don't do that when we have a guest.
You
I
do
assume
sometimes.
that. I assume that.
I've done my prep
no,
work
I assume that you bring in guests that are interesting.
most of the time. Over half
60%
of the,
of the
over
time.
half the time.
Sure.
60% of the time it
Um,
works every time.
So I was going to say this earlier. This is not what I have forgotten, but I've
How
noticed
do you
lately
know?
over
How
the
do you
last
know?
year. No, over the last year, like my wife, she says to me frequently, now, "You just don't listen to me," which I think probably a lot of wives say that to a lot of husbands. But
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, it wears off.
but I notice if she tells me multiple things, like I don't remember everything. I don't, and when I say multiple, I mean like 4 things. I don't remember everything. Like we're at my sister's house last week and something was delivered. And I guess they just bought the house and the real estate agent had went over there that day and there was a package had been delivered there. And she just put it on the kitchen counter and then left the house, like left the key there, waiting for him. It had been rained on. And so the bag was pink and it left this big pink spot on their quartz countertop.
Okay.
And they didn't just moving in the house, had no cleaning supplies.
Oh, shoot.
So I say, I'll run back home. I'll get the Clorox and whatever. Oh, it's thundering out there.
Mm.
I say to my wife, where's the Clorox spray? And she says, well, it's either here or it's here or it's here or it's here. I heard 3 of those places.
Mhm.
I didn't hear the 4th one. And I go and I look around and I find it. And they call me on my way back, like, what is taking you so long? I said, well, it wasn't anywhere you said it was. I found it here. She said, again, you don't listen to me because I named off 4 different places.
Okay.
Do either of you have that issue where you hear some things, but you don't hear everything? Because that happens to me all the time.
How long have you been married?
21 years.
Yeah, that's the symptom.
You think so? Yeah. Well, maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm up the 20 mark, and it's
Are you?
it's,
Okay.
It's the same thing. I'm not married for 20 years, but we've been together for 20 years, so same thing basically.
Yeah.
But
Dude, all of my marriages
just falls
together add up to 16.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Huh.
8 with Amanda, and then maybe 17, because I think Jesse and I were 5, and then Marie and I were 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that many years altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I really did.
Look at me stepping my game
I
up.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm
Well,
awesome.
you remember that.
I had to do the math. It took me. Fuck you, Mike.
you did know, like, immediately, though, that you and Amanda were together for 8.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, we just talked about it like very recently, so I was reminded.
you
But-
just celebrated recently. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, celebrating is a loose term. I actually,
you just
anytime,
had your anniversary.
right?
recently.
No, I'm saying anytime we go out to like a nicer date, which isn't often, I will always tell them it's our anniversary to get free shit every fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
We get like a little brownie with a candle in it.
Yeah. Well, you always get better shit if it's in your anniversary than a birthday.
What do they do
Always.
at Chili's?
That's some fancy shit. I don't know what they do at Chili's. We've never gone.
I think they sing a song.
Do they?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
But I know, like at
It's
a
like their
nicer
own
place.
song, though.
Yeah, but at a nicer place, you say it's anniversary, you get
Like
like,
Applebee's?
a good dessert. Yeah, dude, Applebee's. God damn it, Applebee's a Mexican food every goddamn few weeks.
You go for riblets.
Riblets, dude. I can't think of fucking Chili's without The Office. Like it's permanently like together in my brain.
Yeah, they've ruined that. They've ruined that experience for me as well.
Yeah.
We eat Chili's on a semi-regular basis because it's one of the few restaurants that actually can get gluten-free food.
Jesus Christ,
What are you gonna do, man?
I don't
She's
like
got
your wife
celiac
because
disease.
she's.
I mean, I'll tell you, my favorite part is just paying at the table. You don't have to like.
Well,
deal
no,
with
we don't
anybody.
go there. God,
Oh, really?
No, it's
You don't-
DoorDash,
You
man.
don't fully
No,
embrace
DoorDash,
the
man.
experience.
no.
Do you have the rewards? You get free chips and salsa.
Oh,
no, I
shit.
mean, because I use DoorDash, you don't get that.
I only know that through work.
I try really hard not to use food delivery services, but it's so fucking convenient if
I don't
you're
like the
hungry.
premium.
Yeah,
No, I don't.
I'm like
either.
an old man. I don't like the premium.
I'm the
I'll
same
go get
way.
it myself. You know,
I'm the same way, but
See, it depends on what it
convenience
is.
wins out every time.
Convenience, yeah.
Like I can never bring myself to order any type of fast food with Uber Eats
Sure.
or with
But
anything
the
else.
irony is, like, we've all done pizza for years, and that's all baked into the cost,
That's
right?
it,
And
right.
then now we're like paying for it itemized out, like on some other fast food shit that you would have just gone through a drive-through for,
Right,
and
right.
it's like unacceptable, you know?
Right. But it is for fast food for me, but like
Yeah.
to get something from a restaurant, hey.
Hey, man.
But like the other day at work, I was like, I'm so fucking hungry. And there's a Cracker Barrel like 2 minutes from the office. And I was like, I want some fucking Cracker
You
Barrel.
just wanted to play those little fucking games.
Yeah, right.
Just
But I got on
with your
fucking
coworker.
Uber, man, and I paid however much.
Oh, I
for
don't. I
delivery.
hate Uber Eats.
What'd you
They
get? Like a
way
country fried
upcharge that
steak
shit.
with like the side of mashed
Dude, you got to
potatoes?
go to DoorDash.
99, dude, 99 cents. DoorDash. I've had DoorDash cancel on me like after waiting half an hour for an order more than
I've had it
anyone
happen
else.
once.
I want to know what you ordered at Cracker Barrel to go.
Oh, dude, I got the fucking grilled chicken tenders and a double order of dumplings for my sides.
Hold on a minute. Grilled chicken tenders?
Yeah,
If you're eating chicken tenders, why are you not just getting them breaded and being
because
done
they're
with it?
fucking gross. I like grilled chicken
Those
tenders.
are slippery,
And
and you
it's
used to suck
Cracker,
'em down.
it's Cracker Barrel, and you eat
Have you
grilled
have you
chicken
had the
tenders?
grilled chicken tenders?
I
At Cracker
have
Barrel?
had grilled chicken from
At Cracker Barrel.
Yes,
They're delightful.
I disagree.
I don't like chicken fingers. Like chicken strips, I don't like them.
Well, chickens don't have fingers, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're called chicken fingers. God damn it.
That's the
On a
first time you
child's-
called them fingers. It was tenders every other time.
It's tendies, man. Come on.
Tenders. But no, I don't like chicken strips at all. Like
Okay.
I don't like them.
Well, that's fine.
They're fucking awful. Like grilled.
Fine,
Or,
man. It's like a kid's meal.
grilled,
Sure, I get
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
No, if
I don't like the tendies, Mike.
They're
If I-
on every menu.
Yeah.
You can get them anywhere.
Yeah, I don't like them.
It's hard to screw up a chicken tender.
Yeah. I mean, it could be too bready.
Yeah,
It can be, but
Cracker Barrels are too bready.
It's rare.
Yeah.
I don't
but I really
there's
don't
three
like
things I get at Cracker Barrel.
right,
So
but I really don't like
List them, please.
I will. I'm gonna let Steven finish.
but I'm just saying I'm not a big fan of like breaded fried shit. Like
Okay.
it's too greasy. I don't
I
like it.
got you.
That's why. But continue.
French toast.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Because
All right.
French toast at Cracker Barrel is amazing
No,
because
it's
it's sourdough.
garbage.
It's
They're
sourdough
French
French
toast.
toast.
She's doing a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Let's
Yeah.
go.
No, it's not breakfast. I'll get if we order Cracker Barrel right now. I'd get French toast.
Wow.
It's so good.
Breakfast
It's
dinner.
sourdough French toast. It's great.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take that
Yeah.
recommendation, but go ahead.
So French toast, the country fried chicken,
Yeah, my favorite.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah,
chicken and
sorry.
dumplings.
But see, that's why I get just like because I don't like the chicken and dumplings together. I like just the fucking dumplings.
Okay.
So I like to fuck the dumplings. But I usually get the grilled chicken tenders by themselves and then a double order of dumplings.
I
So if
got
I
you.
get the chicken and
feel like
dumplings,
If you
that'll
were
be
like,
mixed.
if you were like a full-time child molester, you would call your victims dumplings because the way you say dumplings, you just want to eat them up.
Dumplings.
Dumplings.
If you really want to gangbang your taste buds, get an order of French toast and a side of dumplings.
Okay.
Fuck. That
But
sounds amazing.
I don't like their French
Wait,
toast.
are you eating there or is it another DoorDash?
I mean, currently right now it will be DoorDash, but I prefer to eat at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, me too. I like
See, I've had the worst luck with DoorDash and Postmates. Those two can fuck off.
They're like it's just a third-party service. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
There's
they
no
just don't
accountability.
upcharge as much as Uber.
I
Uber
know
Eats
that, but I'm
upcharges
saying like
so
I had
fucking much.
Bite Squad's pretty good, but I
use them
got
too.
DoorDash one time or more than once, and I had hey food is being delivered, and it was like being delivered, being delivered, being delivered. Never fucking showed up.
Yeah.
Like, and this was like an hour of waiting. I called them. They're like, yeah. So evidently the dude picked up the goddamn food and kept it. I was like,
Could've-
no, that's what the fuck happened. And I was.
or he
fucking
could have
pissed about
delivered
it.
to the wrong place.
Oh no,
You're
No.
probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
fucking
He probably
stole
like,
my
couldn't
shit.
find you and he's like, fuck this shit.
All they ever came by the house. Like, you track them on the fucking map.
Or he was just like driving around, had to take a shit.
Yeah,
and
something
just,
like that.
bailed.
But it never came in. But
Surprised that doesn't happen more.
Did you notice about 3 to 6 months ago, they started bringing the bags with the little stickers over them so they're sealed shut?
yeah,
They said that like
People
like the drivers were eating fries like
Pigeon fries.
constantly, like eating fries.
that'd
so-
be hard to beat, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
free shit.
No, I
Stink up your
used
car with someone else's fried food.
we ordered Muya earlier tonight, and if you order through,
Way overrated and overpriced.
I disagree with the overpriced. We eat Muya and it's not that expensive.
Okay.
But if you use their app, they deliver through DoorDash, so you're not actually paying DoorDash, but it's a pretty hefty delivery fee through them.
Yeah.
But we eat Muya so often that I constantly have like $10 off or whatever.
I'm not familiar with that. What is that? What kind of food is that?
Oh, well,
Interesting. It's burgers,
Oh, all right.
burgers and fries. Yeah, kind of like Five Guys,
My
but
favorite.
not as good.
I like Five Guys in my mouth.
I prefer. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the last name Massey.
Oh shit!
No,
What
I
the fuck is that? That is so weird.
don't know.
No, it looks like the second half of this is coming off the video. So
Yep.
that's awesome.
Oh well.
Shitty ass SD cards.
Anyway, we eat. We have a rotation of things that we eat pretty regularly
Yeah.
here when we order out.
Same
So-
thing. Yeah.
His wife is gluten intolerant.
No, it's not gluten intolerant. She has straight up celiac.
I know. I'm
disease.
just kidding.
Yeah. She can't even be in the same room with gluten.
Right? Can't even smell it.
No.
Yeah.
She can't even think about it. Really.
Right? Can't
If
even
I
think
mention gluten, she's like, "Fuck."
about it. It's true.
No, yeah,
Straight
she's one of
weaponize
those
it.
people that cross contamination is
Yeah,
a,
it's
is
a
a
big
big
deal.
thing. So
But I will say though, she is in the minority of
really, yeah,
yeah.
she's a minority. All
She's
the
a
way around.
minority and in the minority. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But I'm just saying, like most, yeah. I the gluten intolerance thing is still such a hilarious thing to me as a whole. Like there's legitimate things like your wife who does have celiac disease, and
Mhm.
I've known a couple people that have something like that. But the whole gluten intolerance thing is it's fucking hilarious to me. But so you said earlier, and I've heard you say this before. You used to be vegetarian or vegan, or are you
So-
still?
I'm neither currently. I
So you're straight now.
yeah, I'm a regular person.
Okay.
But I was vegetarian for a little while, and then I was vegan for about 10 years.
Okay.
And then I went back to vegetarian after I had the kids because vegan was too hard to maintain.
Yeah.
And then it kind of trails off a little bit.
What made you go vegan? And
I'm just an extremist with like things I want to do to myself. So it's just like when you go vegetarian, like when you have best intentions to
Sure.
like to go healthy. When you go vegetarian, you're just like, well, fuck, I don't know what to eat. I'm just gonna eat like pizza and French fries, like I guess all the time because they don't got meat in them, and then you gain like 30 pounds, and you're like, this isn't working. So then when you explore becoming vegan, you become like, I'm gonna cut dairy out of my life.
Right.
Like when you cut dairy out of your life, man,
The dairy is a big deal. It legit is.
It is a fucking game changer,
Yeah.
man. Like within easily like 30 days, you like you feel fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, you lose weight, like everything's like great about it.
Yeah, he gives me shit because I've said it before. They're like, legitimately, I love dairy, I love milk, I have no issues drinking it, but like the human body as an adult is not meant to consume fucking like dairy.
I disagree with dairy as a whole, but milk as a whole, it can take its toll on you. But I disagree with dairy.
But I'm saying your body does not process dairy well. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not meant to process
dairy
that.
byproducts in themselves, right? I mean, the irony is that they're like a necessary ingredient for like half of everything we fucking eat.
Right.
And again, when you go vegan, like you start reading labels and shit, it's a fucking nightmare because you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, trace milk, like
right.
And that's what made it complicated when we had kids because like, I didn't want to play that game.
Right.
So we laxed up a little bit on that one. But yeah, it trails off. I did the thing. Yeah. I mean, I've prided myself in like, exploring every fast food joint in probably like 46 states. Like, it was like a mission to have a burger in every state.
Right.
And I pulled that off.
Best fast food burger for you.
So I have a personal favorite of just Sonic. And I'll say Sonic because I was deprived of it living in the Northeast. And it was like, it's just like a fantasy, like, roller skates delivered to you kind of restaurant. So I had a preference for that.
But just all over the country.
How do you feel about In-N-Out, more importantly?
I like In-N-Out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love In-N-Out.
Yeah, In-N-Out. You can't beat In-N-Out.
No, In-N-Out's favorite
but
fast
again,
food
there's like
burger
an
for me.
exclusivity with
It is.
In-N-Out,
Yeah.
right? So you're just like, because I can't get it everywhere and I can't eat it all the time.
To me, Sonic is the closest thing we've got to In-N-Out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, Sonic's high on my list. Just like the menu's awesome, whatever. I'm a big fan of Jack in the Box.
Okay,
it's all right.
I like getting like a grilled sourdough with like a taco, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird as shit, but it's awesome.
I love me some Crystal Burger.
I'll do too. Yeah.
Yeah. So Crystal's like too close to White Castle.
Yeah,
it's
it's
same thing.
it's the redneck version of White Castle.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's better than White Castle though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a full like 10 sack, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Easy. I mean, I've also enjoyed Whataburger, and I've compared them to Burger King, and like been threatened.
Yeah, I don't like Whataburger that much.
It's all right.
It tastes like a fucking Whopper, man. It's like the same vibe.
Yeah.
Steak and Shake's fucking good, man.
Steak and Shake is good.
Steak and Shake's hard to beat.
I mean, it's a great price, and you're getting a good steak burger with a milkshake.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, they got that garlic.
Ugh,
burger,
what?
man.
You don't like milkshakes?
No, I'm saying like you talk like a 70-year-old man.
Like a 70-year-old man? Oh, so
Get
For
off
the shit.
my lawn.
you have the memory of a 70-year-old
No,
man.
I absolutely do have it in memory.
Yeah, I don't care.
But I was
I don't
like,
give a shit.
it always lasts. It's always so funny because you're like, yes, we had a very enjoyable time at the park.
I don't think I've ever used enjoyable.
Bullshit.
Fuckers
You have
talking
said
about
that.
eating dumplings at Cracker Barrel. How old is that,
Yeah,
man?
fuck you. I'm not talking to you right now. Goddamn it!
Both
Like
of you, I'm
no,
just saying,
I
man.
will.
I got grilled chicken tenders.
No, I won't because
My
I'm
GI
too
tract
lazy.
just doesn't like the fried section.
No, I don't
It's
like
just
it as
better
much.
when they slip down my
No,
throat.
you have said many times that shit's like it was very enjoyable. It was a very enjoyable time.
Fine, maybe I have.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I don't
can't,
give a
you
shit.
can't have enjoyable experiences. Fucking as a
Stu, guys, you stay out of this
What
shit.
should you say then? What should you say?
As my wife said, impossible.
Impossible Whopper rules the burgers.
I'm a big fan of
Impossible
Impossible Burgers,
Whopper.
man. When that came out, see, my problem is that when I was vegan, there were no fucking options. I mean,
Sure.
it was like a decade ago. So, if I was now, I'd probably maintain because there's so many alternatives that I can get into. I mean, you could buy like Beyond Meat and stuff at the store and stuff. So
Yeah. I don't know a lot about the Beyond Meat stuff, but I'd read several articles about like how Burger King was lying about some of the shit with the Impossible Burger. Like there's a lot of shit in there that's not good for you at all.
So my hang up with ordering the Impossible from Burger King, my first experience with it when I was vegetarian, I got it because I was super excited. When I ate it, I didn't want to finish it because it tasted too much like a regular one. Like I just couldn't tell. Like again, if it doesn't come with like a certificate and a video of the guy making it, I don't trust it. So I get that. I get that 100%. But between Impossible and Beyond and stuff, they're like two totally different like mindsets and how that stuff's built. And again, if you don't eat meat for like 10 fucking years and you taste them, I feel like you're in a better position to evaluate whether it's like real or not. Again, like if you're eating it on a regular basis, you ain't gonna eat any of that stuff because you're just gonna be like, this doesn't taste fucking like anything.
Yeah. So what's stopping you from going back vegan or vegetarian right now?
I mean, so the funny part is like I'm vegetarian at home, right? So like we don't buy those groceries and have them in the house. But when I'm out, I'd see whatever the fuck I want. And again, that's actually more out of convenience. I find myself in situations where like I don't have any other options, so I'll just get whatever I want.
Yeah.
So
okay,
basically a hypocrite.
That's fine.
Walking hypocrite. You know? It's funny because there's a hot dog place in Boston called Spike's, and they literally have a thing on the menu called a contradict dog, which is a veggie dog with real chili on it.
Nice.
Oh god,
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, we've talked about it at home, like not going like vegan or vegetarian, but just eating like way less meat and shit. Because like it fucks me up at this point anyway. Like anything but turkey and chicken or fish, like red meat fucking murders my stomach.
God, I love red meat.
I know, I love it
so much.
Like I'll go into it knowing like this is gonna hurt later, but I will fucking eat it anyway.
No, if when I start dieting or whatever, that's the
Yeah.
largest percentage of what I eat is red meat.
But I have very severe not with many things. Most shit I'm really good about. I can not eat whatever. But like as we've talked about before, like shit like Fruity Pebbles, I will eat a fucking box of Fruity Pebbles and hate my life like for days.
I bought a giant size box of them today because that's what my daughter eats when we run out of bagels.
I love that shit.
Do you bother putting it in milk in a bowl or
Yeah.
All right,
No.
all right.
But I'm saying like if I don't have shit like that, I won't like splurge and overeat on shit.
Yeah.
Like it's specific things.
So you and I think are a lot alike. I feel like if we were like unattended, you know, like if I was left alone in my home for like a long time,
Right.
like I would just basically just eat like peanut butter out of a can and
Yeah.
like, not change my clothes, never shower,
Yeah,
shit like that.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But like, you know, for me, it's Fruity Pebbles, fucking pizza rolls, chocolate milk.
Oh, pizza
Those are my
rolls.
big three. Like if I don't have those in the house, I do much better with like
You're
overall
like a
heating.
13-year-old.
I know. With the food I like to eat, yes. But if I don't
Jesus.
have that shit, then I'm fine. I can eat healthy. It doesn't bother me at all. But if I have them in the house, I love that shit.
That's me, except for the last 4 nights, I've been craving ice cream so bad.
See,
To the
I don't like
extent
ice
that I
cream.
almost would drive downtown to go to Cruise
Are
Farm.
you so number
Cruise
one
Farms is
question,
awesome, by the way.
Are you pregnant?
God, I hope.
Yeah,
I hope so. It's his. So
it's mine, absolutely. If he is. I
Uh,
don't know, man. It's just those like
yeah.
few
No,
things.
I get it.
Because I'm not a big
yeah, but you want those. Like you'll search them out like in your own place if like
Yeah,
again if
over everything else that
like
I
my
have
thing
there.
is like if no one actually feeds me, I won't eat.
Yeah.
Like I just won't eat. Like I'll get super hungry, then I'll just like get to the closest thing. But like
Yeah.
I am an eater, not a cooker. So like
Right.
Okay.
I'm bad news if I'm left
Yeah.
alone.
I don't know. I eat less if I don't have that shit, like healthier wise. I don't know. Like I'll choose that over, like you said, if it's convenience, it's like
Yeah,
I'll
like
take it.
we have a section of like our pantry is like straight up candy, and
Yeah.
it's like all leftovers from Halloween and stuff like that. I've never touched.
Yeah,
it.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not a sweets
Yeah.
person in the sense of like I don't like candy.
Oh, fuck. I love sweets.
I don't like candy. I don't like ice cream. I'm not a big pie guy.
Yeah.
I like cake, but outside of that, and I love brownies.
I don't understand how you don't like pie. You prefer cake to pie.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
It is weird. Pie is
I'm a 100% pro pie.
It depends on the
I
type
like
of pie.
cake, but pie is
But
so
I don't
much
like
better
pie
than cake.
wings.
I don't like fruity shit. Like fruit pies and shit. Like
Okay.
I like chocolate chess pie. I like
Alright.
chocolate
Chocolate
mousse
chess
type,
pie.
like that type of shit. I like, but I don't like fruit, like apple pies, cherry pies, shit like that. I don't like fruit. I like fruit in my fucking.
You don't like
sweets.
fruit at all, or you don't like it in your.
I don't like it in
stuff?
sweet shit.
Okay, except you eat fruity pebbles.
But it's not doesn't taste like fucking fruit.
No,
And
not-
I will say, no,
not
this is
actual
this
fruit,
is
yeah.
weird as shit. I went through a phase where it clicked in my brain because I don't like dairy and fruit. Like I don't like fruit yogurt. I don't like shit like
Sure,
that. Like
okay.
dairy and fruit don't mix to me. And so I had this period of time where like I thought about it. I was eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles and I was like, this is milk and fruit. And I got fucking sick and I wouldn't eat it for like 3 years. Like it's fucking weird. But then I started eating. I was like, okay, it's not real fruit. And I was fucking fine. But I had this moment of like, it made me sick.
Jesus.
Just
Oh
like
my
looking at a cereal
God.
box and be like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
But yeah, this is my shit. If I don't have those things in the house, I can eat moderately healthy.
So when I was grocery shopping last weekend, I passed by a box of Raisin Bran Crunch and bought
it's
Raisin
terrible.
Bran Crunch to eat.
It's awful.
That's reinforcing the old man vibes.
It is. I don't give a shit. I don't
Yeah.
care. But
I love Grape Nuts,
Raisin
though.
Raisin
Oh.
Bran. No, Raisin Bran Crunch because it's got
This is, like,
sweet
crumbled. Yeah.
oat clusters in it.
It's great. Raisin Bran Crunch is fucking
Like it doesn't
terrible.
get
I
as
love
soggy faster.
It's-
Basically,
that's
yeah.
true. It's got.
Yes.
It's
I
got
like
the crunch
soggy
to it,
cereal though.
and it's I do like my Fruity Pebbles to get a touch soggy.
See, I will get like with Captain Crunch or shit like that. I will pour it in the bowl and let it sit for like.
Captain Crunch will cut the roof of your mouth.
No,
Everybody
it
knows
won't-
that.
no,
You gotta-
I know.
you gotta
You let it
soften
sit.
up,
But
you know?
but I'm saying almost any cereal, I will let sit for like 10, 15
You don't
minutes.
want it to
and
be
let get soggy
mushy,
in the-
just want it
I
to be
like
just
it
a
mushy.
little
The
salt. I
bottom's
don't want it
just, like,
mushy.
uneatable.
whatever.
Yeah, turn it over.
God, no.
Yeah, do it while
Yeah,
you're
every
eating.
so often you got to stir it a little bit
Yeah.
while you let it sit.
turn it
No, I
up.
agree with that.
Well, it's like ramen. I drain all the juice out of ramen. I just like to cook, be soft, flavorful, and I'll eat it fucking like a little bit crunchy. Like that's how I like ramen. I don't like that.
Ugh.
I don't like the fucking soupy shit in it.
I mean, how often are you eating ramen?
Not much anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't-
I do
put it-
love ramen though. I fucking love
do
ramen.
yeah.
Like you cook the ramen, you put a couple eggs in it and let it fucking boil in there. That shit's amazing.
Lost me at
Alright.
eggs.
You don't like eggs?
No, I had eggs for breakfast, but I just eggs and ramen. Lost me
Yeah,
at that,
it gives some substance to it. It gives a little protein
I guess.
to the pure sodium and starch. You're mixing it with.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know, right? This episode has just gone fucking downhill.
I disagree with you. I disagree with you.
You know,
when you
yeah.
guys started calling me child molesters, I was done.
No, you
I was
started
done.
that. You
I'm
started
gonna
that
say-
one.
I
I'm
did
gonna
start.
say it's just completely fucking random, right? I mean, but you know,
That's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything.
I don't know. Whatever. Raisin Bran Crunch is great.
No, it's not.
It is good.
It's fucking trash.
It's Raisin Bran. I'll give
But
you
in
that.
all
But
fairness,
Raisin Bran
like-
Crunch is not the same.
I've
got
had
the
Raisin
sugar
Bran Crunch.
to it.
I like regular Raisin Bran. I don't like Raisin Bran Crunch.
I like regular Raisin Bran if you take powdered sugar and put on it.
Raisin Bran Crunch is just trying too hard
Nah.
to be Honey Bunches of
No,
Oats.
it's going above and beyond.
it's a hardcore
Okay.
cereal debate.
Yeah, it is.
Sure.
It is.
I'm gonna go Reese's Puffs, hands down. That's it.
I'm
Oh,
not a Reese's
what
Puffs
the
guy.
fuck?
Reese's, I love a Reese's Puffs, but I don't like chocolate cereal.
Well, there you go. There you go.
I don't like-
You're automatically
I don't-
disqualified.
In the
Yeah,
land of
I
in the
don't
land
like-
of chocolate cereal, fucking cocoa, fucking
I don't like
Puffs reign supreme.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa
I don't like
Pebbles.
Cocoa Krispies. I don't like what is the
Count
Fruity
Chocula?
Pebbles ones.
Chocolate.
Count Chocolate I didn't care for. Give me some Boo Berry or some Frankenberry.
Oh,
All right,
fuck
all right.
you.
I mean, that's
Either one of those. Not the Count Chocula.
No.
No. I didn't care for
I
Cookie
mean, I'm
Crunch.
gonna say it might
No,
sound a little
Cookie
bit
Crunch is
racist.
not good.
What did you say?
It might sound a little bit racist.
What's that?
Staying away from the chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do stay away from the chocolate.
Except in your home.
I like
life.
milk chocolate.
Yeah, milk chocolate. Yeah.
No, I don't like chocolate cereal. But I'm also not a fan of chocolate milk.
But the funny, yeah. So then that's
It's-
we got down to the root cause here.
So no.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like I want to mix the chocolate milk myself.
Of course.
I need to get the chocolate consistency exactly where I want it, which is not as chocolatey as Steven likes it.
wow.
But see, I'm also like hardcore Nesquik over Hershey chocolate
Here's how much
for
I
days.
here's how much I
All day
don't give
long.
a shit about chocolate milk. I'll drink Ovaltine.
Wow.
I don't buy it.
No, hold on.
Like you would do like a chocolate pack of Carnation instant breakfast.
Probably not. But I'm just saying, like, if I were going to make chocolate milk,
Yeah.
Nesquik or Ovaltine, I don't give a shit.
Wow. Same thing. Huh?
See, don't get me wrong.
I'm more of a strawberry milk guy. I'm
I
gonna
like-
say that.
I like
I love
Ovaltine.
strawberry
I will
milk.
fucking
Fuck
drink that
both
till I
you
get
I
guys.
love
stomach ache.
strawberry milk.
I don't give a shit.
Strawberry
That-
milk is the shit.
That's why we get along.
Stupid.
He's basically a prettier version of you. That's why we get along
Fine.
at work.
I don't give a shit.
I like wiping his beard off after we're done.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you can't grow a beard.
No,
He's
not
always
really,
aiming
no.
for mouths. That's the problem.
You're true. It's just true. Yes.
Oh man. No, Ovaltine has its place in the chocolatey world.
We
that was-
we had a lot of Ovaltine growing up because it was cheaper than Nesquik.
Yeah, sure.
We ate poor growing up.
Yeah.
See, I grew up very middle class.
I know you did.
Yeah, like my wife.
White privilege.
Right, absolutely. But like Amanda and them grew up like super fucking.
Oh yeah,
poor.
I know. I identify with some
Yeah.
of the things I've heard her say and write about or whatever. But
Now she's
Soggy bowls of
usually
sadness.
she's the one that's on my fucking side with this shit, and
I
now
know.
she's gagging up on me with the fucking soggy cereal shit.
yeah, no, some cereal I like soggy. Captain Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, a little soggy.
Biscuits.
Not yeah. Not like you. I don't need Fruity Pebbles gravy.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
need
not
that.
gravy, it's mush.
No, I don't want it mush.
Yeah.
No.
You know what soggy biscuit is, right? Heard of soggy biscuit?
Maybe you heard it called Ookie Cookie.
Guys fucking coming on fucking crackers. What are you doing?
You get a group of your friends, you
Everybody
got a
jerks
cookie
off.
or biscuit or whatever, and you all jerk off.
Last
Last one to come has to eat the
Eats
cookie.
the biscuit
Never
or
played that
cookie.
game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I must have a maladjusted childhood. Don't have that included in my lifestyle. I mean, I don't know what that does for you as an adult, but I'll tell you right now.
It's all a competition,
I'm-
Mike.
It's always
Everything's a competition. I can come so
body
much faster
counts
than-
and last to come. Fuck you.
Put it this way, I've never lost that game. You decide what's winning and losing. That's up to you. But
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that
God.
requires a vivid imagination, I'm sure.
oh god,
Ah, fuck, man.
I had something to say earlier and I can't remember what it was. I
I
still
know.
can't remember what it was.
It's because there's so much quality content tonight.
I don't disagree with you.
I feel like this is one of the first episodes we've had in a while that has more individual clips that if you took out of context would just be really fucking bad.
Well, did I tell you what my sister said, right?
It's a real soundbite episode.
Let me
It is
rephrase
very
it.
soundbite.
Most of my quotes tonight taken out of context would be really bad.
I told you my sister said that we're way more feminine than we probably wish we were.
Feminine.
Feminist. Sorry. Feminist. That too. Yeah. You guys are way more feminist than you realize or that most people would think. You guys are way more progressive.
Mm-hmm.
So she said you guys are way more progressive than you probably
I think I am
realize.
more than you on both of those.
I think it depends on the subject.
Okay.
I mean, you're the one trying to get white guys out of hate crimes. So I mean,
Fuck you.
Fair enough.
fucking McCarthy over here.
Oh Jesus. Oh God damn it.
Oh God. All right. Let's
Okay,
do
hold
one
on,
round.
Hold on. Let me bump you for that. That was good. Bravo, sir.
Hey, I have the joke of the year so far.
You do, but I do feel like tonight though, like this has gone much differently than I expected, and you guys have shit on me way more than I'm used to.
I don't care.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
fine.
it's been a surprise for me.
We're
this
just
evening.
gearing up for the time that my wife finally comes on and you guys gang up on me.
Oh man,
'Cause it'll be
all three of
completely
your
different
kids
than when your wife was on
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Steven's wife comes on here and it's just nothing but praising Steven. My wife comes on here and it's just going to be a shit on me fest.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway,
Isn't that weird?
So is he the
So you're
one
saying
that gave?
threats work?
Right?
Is he the one that gave? Is he the one that gave me joke of the year? Or is that somebody else?
No, that's somebody else.
Okay.
But that was a fantastic joke. Like
I
I
agree.
feel like I swung in and took it at the end of last year with my Kobe joke.
Yeah,
But-
that could be, but I
but
don't think
this
as
year
many
you've-
people heard the Kobe joke.
No, they didn't.
don't think-
it
I
was.
think
It
they-
was a fucking great joke.
Yeah, you really said it in passing.
Yeah.
So
I know, but it hurt me that you're the only one that heard it in that episode, and that one other person that commented. But this year, you by far have the best joke.
yeah. Oh well, we'll
Yeah.
see. The year's young.
I know, but my point is though, like I'm still like the thumb of that. Like I'm very proud of that code. I wish I could have that mounted on a plaque. Like
Yeah.
that's a once in a lifetime.
I'll
joke
put
for
it on
me.
your grave.
So it's
Yeah.
a once in a lifetime for me.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, let's
All
go.
right.
We'll let Mike draw first. He's guest.
Yeah, we'll do one round.
Okay,
One round.
one round the bag of shit.
All right.
Whatever
Here
you draw out of there, we'll all talk about it. Whatever it makes us think about.
Yeah.
That looks like that one was probably yours.
That was
Do you
one of
wanna
mine.
Put that
I
one
mean,
back
it's-
in there.
Do you want to draw somebody else, or do you want to keep
I'll
yours?
draw something
All right,
else. I
let's-
mean,
it
whatever.
doesn't
I
matter.
don't care either way.
I know what this is.
Okay, then draw something else. God
I'll
damn it.
crawl-
We need to be
crawl back in
surprised.
There.
There we go.
There we go. It's a little baby one.
Yeah, it's definitely one of mine because I write like a fucking toddler.
Sports obsession.
Sports obsession.
Okay.
Hey, something
That's
not
good.
about a dick.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty vanilla.
I am very excited that Formula One started back this weekend.
Yeah. No, but okay, but that's not a sports obsession.
Sure.
Are you
I
obsessed
agree.
with Formula One?
No.
What?
No,
what
I'm
is-
not obsessed with any sport, honestly. I enjoy
Mm.
watching. Come on. Obsession.
Not comparatively to a lot of people here in the South, but
It's not an obsession then.
okay. Okay.
I love sports.
So you're saying there's only one level of obsession?
No, I'm saying I don't
Like-
meet the level.
Yeah.
I love
Cape
sports.
Fear?
Right? Cape Fear obsession. Well, I don't know. I think I wrote that down because I was thinking of. I always found it funny, and I think we've mentioned this before. It's just the level of intensity that people have with like, fucking
Absolutely. I don't live and die
especially
by
here
my
in the
teams.
South,
Like,
like,
I don't get depressed if
SEC
they lose.
shit. Like do you guys? I know you do with like because you are primarily from like Connecticut, like New York
Yeah,
area,
I come
right?
from
So
a
you're-
state that has like no team sports. But
Right.
Right.
But I mean, like I feel like that here in the South, it's more like in like Texas, which isn't the South because fuck those guys.
Predators lose.
Oh,
But-
but
are
my
winning, by the
take
way.
on you guys out here, yeah, you guys are like absolutely like sports.
Yeah, well,
fanatics,
like
yeah.
SEC specific. Like we have colleges, but you get like
What
at
the
least
hell else do
sta-
we have? We lost the war.
Right. But like in the North, you think a lot more of like people the obsession with like the Yankees and the fucking
Sure.
the Bears and the Giants, like these hardcore or the Eagles, these
Red Sox,
lifetime
yeah.
fucking like they're the big like major teams. And
Yeah.
here it's like we don't have any major league teams down here. I mean, we have some like
Yeah.
the Titans and shit like that, but
We have the Titans. We have the
the
Braves.
obsession is more on the college level than it is.
Absolutely. It's really
Right.
more.
And I understand the obsession more on the professional leagues, but much more than I do obsession.
Amanda
with,
said
like,
eating pork equals vein of sausages. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amanda, I still occasionally buy vein of sausages.
she does too.
Yeah. See, I made a hamburger helper several months ago before Gabe moved out.
Mhm.
One night, just because I was craving some hamburger helper, and that was
San
from back when.
Francisco treat.
No, that's
Beef
right.
stroganoff is where it's at,
Oh,
man.
shit, sorry.
No, beef stroganoff. That's all right. But a hamburger helper, and Gabe came in the house, and the hamburger helper's on the stove, and he goes, "Ooh, we eating pork tonight." And that's
Yeah.
I I don't know. I grew up poor. We ate poor when my kids were young. Anyway,
It's weird that it still smells poor.
it absolutely still smells poor, but it tastes
Yeah.
like nostalgia.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Sports.
doesn't matter.
Sorry.
No, I think like I understand a state or city obsession with the sport much more than I do a college obsession.
Yeah, I agree with that. College is weird to me.
Yeah.
People
Huh.
that worship college.
Like
sports.
I
Even
get-
if the college is your town.
No. Yeah, I
mean,
get
unless
if
you went there.
if you have
I don't know.
if you're an alum or you have a kid that goes, I
Okay.
fully understand being 100%. But if you've never
Well,
even been to the
so-
school other than like walking by it,
I went to UConn and I was there. My first semester was when like they won like whatever like
It's
the-
an insane amount of basketball games in a row that the women won. It
yeah like in like late
was like
nine-
2 or 3
like
years
late
straight they
98,
didn't lose.
like where
Yeah.
I lived on campus. Like we had like bonfires that night and like people were throwing their fucking mattresses out the window.
Right.
and
Oh yeah.
fucking, like, shit. It
Oh,
was-
we did that at U.
was a-
Let's say UT did that when Lane
Again,
Kiffin left.
yeah, but
Well,
like
I'm
I was like
saying,
I
like,
don't care.
Knoxville,
Like
we-
people are just like throwing their clothes in the fire. Like awesome, cool for me.
Yeah.
Like
No, when Lane Kiffin left Tennessee, people were throwing their mattresses in the fire because he quit and left.
Yeah.
The coach.
but I just like I said, I just don't understand that obsession of a school that you haven't been to, that you don't have any affiliation with, but it's in your town or at least in the proximity of the town you live in. It makes no sense to me.
so
Okay.
what's your
What do you
so-
consider proximity?
Living in the fucking state, like people,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
say,
So give me a
Fayetteville, where
team that I'm
from.
obsessed with.
I'm not saying you're obsessed
I
with
got
it,
you.
but just saying
But
compared
But you
with.
pointed to me just a second ago.
But you are much more of an adamant college fan. Like you
Mhm.
go to UT games, you watch the shit,
Yeah.
like you follow
My
it.
daughter goes there.
Again, but I said that like you
Fair
have an
enough.
affiliation with them. We've said that before.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, like I grew up. Again, I'll bring this example that I know we've talked about before, but like I lived in Fayetteville, and right in the middle of the fucking state, at the very bottom.
Right.
Right. So you could be a Vanderbilt fan, you could be a fucking UT fan, but I had a baseball coach. Didn't go to fucking UT, had no kids that went to UT, was buried in a goddamn UT jumpsuit because he was such a fucking. They played Rocky Top at his fucking funeral.
Yeah, I mean that's just
Sure.
like fanaticism. Like
Well, that's
across
just
the
right,
board.
You're,
but-
you're
but-
in the States, your state college.
Yeah, but like
Well, it's
like
not
he
the
gets a
state
pass.
college.
Like if he
it
was
is
like
a state
if he was
college.
like
University of Tennessee.
It's a state college.
just
I understand that. It's the big state college.
I mean, it's not like he was like a fucking like San
Right.
Diego Chargers fan. You know
Right,
what I
but
mean?
I'm
Like,
saying, but I don't understand an obsession, the sports obsession that goes with something that you have no affiliation with,
No.
other than it's in the state you live
yeah,
in.
you just
Sure.
have to kind of like I don't know, just
Yeah.
Like
I don't
just
understand
vibe
the
with it, you know?
obsession part.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
But again,
Sports
I
is
more of
weird.
understand like a little bit more of, like I said, with you live in fucking New York, so you're a Yankees fan or whatever. Because
Why aren't
this-
you a Mets fan?
Yeah, but
Or
that
Mets.
same
I'm just
logic
kidding.
says if you live and stay here, like and you're a Vols fan, like why not?
because to me, like the college, I know it's University of Tennessee, but it's a Knoxville school, but with no affiliation. That for me, a major league team, right? To some people, and again,
Yeah,
I'm not
but
a sports fan at all.
I'm with you, but I think you got to knock the whole kind of major minor vibe. Is
Right.
that like major minor college, whatever? It's like
Well,
a team's a
if
team.
you're in the state of New
Yeah.
York, you have 3 professional NFL teams.
yeah, I
Right.
mean, if you like the logo and the colors, like by all means, fucking
Yeah.
obsess the shit over.
Yeah,
it.
I get it. I get it. But I'm just saying, like I
It's like,
understand,
why is Clayton a Cubs fan?
because I think his parents are from, his dad was from Chicago,
He's not.
right? But it's just that, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, but no, but I guess what I'm saying, like on a major league level, I get because it's more like they're representing that city that you're that part of the city you feel like you're a part of. I still understand it at all, like being that
No,
obsessed over any
no,
professional sport.
I
but
mean, I wouldn't wait in line for fucking anything anywhere
Yeah.
ever. So
Yeah.
you know,
It depends on what it is.
yeah, it's just something
like a
I find
PlayStation 2.
right.
No,
Can't
concerts,
camp out in
things
the
like that.
fucking parking lot.
Right.
Concerts, comedians.
Dude, when
certain
the
things like that.
Star Wars prequels came out, my buddy, all he wanted to go for his bachelor party was to go to opening night in Star Wars. So we fucking camped out in line and got
So
tickets.
sorry.
It was terrible.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, I just find, I mean, it's like any obsession, but like sports is such a big thing in America.
right,
I
so-
mean, football and baseball. And I just find it interesting.
Speaking of obsessions, what about the guys that obsess over particular porn stars and they only watch porn with that porn star? It's
I don't know
weird.
any of those people.
It's weird. I don't know personally any of those people, but I listen to tons of podcasts. So I hear different people talk
Is that
about
a
like,
thing for real? Like
Yeah.
people
yeah,
just, like,
people
only-
obsess over certain porn stars and they only watch their porns. It's a weird thing. It's like you don't want some variety.
I mean, are they mentally married to them? Like that's
Yeah,
what
I don't
that's
know.
Essentially, what I think
I don't know
it is.
what
It's
it
like this
is.
commitment, like they're
serious.
in love.
I don't
with-
know.
Yeah, I just don't understand that type of obsession. Like anyway,
I
with,
don't get
with-
anything. Yeah, I don't get anybody that's like over the top,
Right.
like entire house and memorabilia.
Yeah, if you're
like, you know,
depressed because your team that you're rooting for lost, I don't understand.
and that's
that.
what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
I'll yell
yeah.
at the screen while I'm
Yeah.
watching a football game if people are making stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
But when the game is over, I'm not
Oh,
depressed.
I mean,
over it.
I knew a girl whose dad like lived in Connecticut and he was like a Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah,
that's
like, and
weird.
he had like a man cave like dedicated to
Right.
Cleveland Browns. You know, it was like everything, and I'm like, what the fuck's the matter with them? Like,
Yeah, I don't
it's a
know.
very strange. And again, it has to come with some elaborate story about like, they were like their first game was like,
Right.
whatever that fucking
Yeah,
football
sure.
team, whatever. So
I don't know. I mean, like
But I'm also a
I
heartless
think obsession.
motherfucker.
I think my point is like to get into like sports and obsession and things like that. Like it's like you just mentally align with that to begin with, and you just pick that.
well, I've considered buying like a Lewis Hamilton like Formula One like framed picture or whatever to put up like over the back of the bar or whatever.
But that's a piece of memorabilia. It's
sure,
not like,
absolutely. But for me, it's a little deeper than that. When it comes to Lewis Hamilton racing in Formula One, he's the first black guy to do it. He's tied for the most world champions, and he's still proving people wrong. And it's just I like that kind of story behind that.
How very
guy or
progressive
whatever.
of you.
It's very progressive. It's very progressive.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand obsession over like routine and specific ways of doing things like that. I get, but I don't understand obsession over like arbitrary shit. Like teams are like.
What about
Things are outside
superstition
of
when
you.
it comes to sports?
No,
Fuck that.
fuck that.
Fuck that in general.
Yeah. Like I understand. I get by obsession. I mean, like in routine, like I do this every morning. This is part of what I do.
Well, I'm talking about like the baseball
anything else
players that
that-
like won't if they're on a winning
change
streak, they
their
won't
socks.
change their
Oh,
socks.
if that's for
the
them
games or
personally,
whatever.
if that works for them, they're making their money.
What if you're a
lightly by
fan
doing it.
though?
It doesn't. It's nothing to do with you if you're a fan, other than it feels or doesn't feel the obsession.
I
with
tell you what
you.
gets me the most is when people pray for their team to win. Like you really think that
That's
Jesus
huge in the
re-
South.
it's
They will
huge in
say
the South.
prayers
I'm
for
gonna say,
football
like,
teams on Sunday
if you
mornings.
want to absolutely ridicule yourself, like for your like sincerity and honesty around like what you believe in, praying for like ridiculous things is probably the most
Like Jesus would have better things
like,
to do
the
than make
entire
sure that the
crushing
Red
thing of
Sox
it,
win.
yeah.
Right.
like please like let me win, like let you win, like what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
When the Titans,
I'm sorry, like I'm pretty sure someone in your family's got cancer. You're praying for a team to win a game.
It's more important.
when the Titans were in the Super Bowl playing the Rams in the late 90s, whenever it was, early 2000s, the church I went to right before the end of service, someone came to the pulpit because they were going to have
a South Park episode.
they were going to have a Super Bowl party at the Apostles' house. This was harvest time, and they came and read a verse from the Bible where it said something about a Titan, but it said something about killing a ram in the bush in whatever verse it was.
Convenient.
And that was supposed to be, that was supposed to be a sign that the Titans were going to win the Super Bowl, and they fucking lost.
It's just straight up South Park. It's like,
Yeah.
let's go Broncos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. When your religion starts getting plugged into anything, it's I have such a bad taste in my mouth from that shit, and I wasn't even Catholic, so it's.
I don't know. It's just, I don't understand that. Anyway, do you want to pull one?
Yeah,
now?
let's pull one out. Even though we're well over our
We
2 hour
are.
point now.
We're having a good time.
I'm not.
I'm
I'm having
good
a
time.
terrible time at this point.
Wow. They can't all be molestation.
That ain't mine.
No, it's not mine. Lactose intolerance.
It's not mine.
Actually, that's mine. Lactose
That's
intolerance.
relevant. That's relevant. I think we just went over
Lactose
that.
intolerance.
Yeah, we did.
We're just
We kinda-
discussing
we
the-
just
the-
kind of touched on it.
Yeah, whatever.
You don't care.
I don't like lactose.
You don't like lactose.
No.
You don't like milk.
And I won't tolerate it. It's an old Seinfeld joke.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think you did.
I did know.
No, I
just don't like Seinfeld. I think Seinfeld is overrated.
I disagree.
I absolutely do.
I think any
any
comedian.
Is it a regional show? Hands down.
No.
Oh,
Here's, no,
Hands down.
No, it was a groundbreaking show.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic. It paved the way for a lot of other shit, and what it accomplished is amazing. I don't think it's as amazing. It hasn't held up. Let me put it that way. Like I feel like people that go back, like for us at our age, absolutely.
Like I ain't watching Seinfeld. Right? I ain't watching reruns. I probably didn't watch every fucking episode to begin with.
Right.
I've deliberately had this conversation about like why it's fucking funny and why it's not funny elsewhere. And it's again like you have to. There's a lot of like locality to that humor, right? That you got to kind of absorb to really appreciate how funny that shit is.
Okay.
So I could see like it not being.
I think it's
top tier.
one of the top 5 best sitcoms of all time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it. But I like Jerry Seinfeld as a comedian as well.
See, I do not. His
I
newest
understand
special was
you don't-
fantastic.
His new special was fantastic. But my thing is like
Just loving those like, what's the deal?
it's.
Fuck that
But
shit.
that's the thing about it. If you work relatively clean, that's so much harder than not working clean as a comedian.
I get that. And again, like I think as a
Bob
writer,
Saget fan.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget's. That's great. That's great. Bob Saget is. Yeah, Bob Saget is hit or miss with me.
Have you seen the Aristocats?
Yes, he's great in
Yeah,
Aristocrats.
fantastic. Yeah.
But his stand up hit or miss.
No, I'm just only like
Aristocrats was great.
Yeah, that's all.
I worked in a movie gallery and that came out, so I watched it a lot.
Fucking fantastic,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's a repeat watch.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. Anyway,
Lactose intolerance.
that was fucking it. I think, like I said, I think we kind of hit on it a little bit already, so it's whatever.
Covered.
Stupid topic. It was a bad one. Yeah.
All right.
Move on. You gonna pull one now?
What's up, bag of shit?
Okay. I'm tired. God damn
What's
it.
up, you bag of shit?
That's about right.
Cults.
Ooh.
Like 45?
Cult.
Cult.
C-U-L-T.
Cult.
Oh,
Cult.
I'm thinking.
No, not like Colt 45.
I've always felt like that
zigzags.
if you could like intentionally form one, like you could be
Somebody is mad.
We got the best mad comment. It's our first mad comment.
I know.
But I feel like that like if you could somehow like establish a cult, it's like one of the best lifestyles, at least for a short period of time you could live. You get all the money, all the ladies, like everything that you could want, you could get from being a cult leader.
Yeah. I mean, it just never ends.
All you need is an acoustic
No, it
guitar
never
and
ends well.
slightly long hair.
No, it never ends well. I mean, there's a few though big cults that have stayed like throughout the years that are like they're not
Southern
mainstream
Baptists.
anymore.
Catholicism.
Well, that's actually I think that's what I was
Buddhism.
thinking of because that was mine. The cults thing is you do.
Of course it was yours.
Of course it was. No, but there's a lot of similarities in the modern like Pentecostal church, and by Pentecostal, not the denomination
Absolutely.
Pentecostal, but Pentecostal charismatic,
Right.
like Assemblies of God, the name it, claim it church,
I don't know
like
what
Joel
it is.
Osteen.
I don't
What's
know what any of these things are.
You know what Joel Osteen is, right? Like the big
Yeah, I heard
mega
of him.
church. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the most culty shit ever, but it's very vanilla and it's not extreme, so it's accepted. But yeah, I just know
Have you seen the
cults
Joel
are
Osteen cube that you can buy now?
no.
Huh.
I find
you should
cults
Google
super
that.
interesting. They're crazy interesting to me because the amount of control and manipulation it takes to be the head of a cult is incredible. And outside of that, if it's not an intentional thing, if it's just something people are drawn to whatever weird fucking philosophy you have, that's even more crazy to me because that means you're a fucking crazy person.
You know what's funny? Like the tieback is like your sports obsession thing. Like I just think like the mental click to like be obsessed with something.
Yeah.
Just fucking follows either sports or some fucking maniacal. Fucking
Yeah. Well, I feel like that
hippie-dude
everybody
retard,
has some emptiness to whether especially if they're not aware of it and you're finding something to fill that. If it resonates with any small part of you, you're going to fucking jump on it. And then it's easy to fucking invest all of your time. And by the time you realize how much of you is in it, you're fucking gone.
So what you're saying is you could do better than Charlie Manson.
Absolutely. No, it's I don't know. It's such a strange thing to me. Like, it's like I've read about so many different cults. Like it's like serial killers. Like it's interests me so much how that shit fucking operates. It's crazy to me.
So if I give you a website, can you pull it up on there and share it?
It's a pain in the ass, but yeah.
If you don't want to, I'll just turn
What
this
website
around.
do you want? Does that have anything to do with cults? Or are you looking up other shit?
No. This is Joel Osteen thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, pull it up.
Bear with me here. Let me see if I can share this and figure this out.
I want to go home. God damn it.
I'm saying, is that a
bad.
running clock? This is
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
I feel like I should have taken advantage of that break a little bit better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Go pee.
See if
Airdrop. Just type in the goddamn website.
it's a long one, but all right. that's fine.
Jesus Christ. Just.
This is very elaborate.
Oh my God.
Very elaborate.
The inspiration cube. Start the day with affirmation. Oh, you're putting up a video?
Yeah.
Who the fuck buys this thing?
What the fuck? What are you doing right now?
You just shut the fuck up for just a
No,
minute.
Wait, is that him?
this is wasting so much time.
I don't know enough about this.
There's a video on here, and I'm gonna let you share
There,
that.
there's the video. Okay.
like I said, if you just shut the fuck up for a
This
minute.
is taking so
As a
much.
thank you for your support of our ministry this
This is taking so much unnecessary time.
Wait, he's got like a little personal assistant or something?
I guess.
our ministry
Let's check
this
out.
October.
Fucking Magic
Joel-
8 Ball. That's what I'm guessing right now.
What's that?
Just ask it questions and it gives you random answers.
Yeah, let me pull this up here. Let's share screen. And I fucking hate this shit. Let's go our Chrome tab. Boom. In there. So we're gonna share this and we're gonna keep ourselves.
Just go ahead and full screen it.
in Victoria would like to send you the Inspiration Cube. Wake up every morning inspired with this easy-to-use portable audio system filled with over 400 life-changing messages of hope, guidance, and strength from Joel. With the simple push of a button, remove any negative thoughts with a new message to inspire your day.
You may feel today like you're trapped. That is not how your story ends. Some dreams are waking up. Hope is waking up. Abundance is waking up.
It was almost like a friend was speaking to me. I'm at peace. My victory is already accounted for.
There's a lot of negativity in the world. So it's so important what we're taking in
This is
all
real, dude.
throughout the day. The Inspiration Cube is a collection of Joel's most
He has
requested
millions of people that watch
messages.
him every week.
It has
Millions.
365 devotions, 2 to 3 minutes, where I'll help you start the day encouraged and inspired. Plus, there are 31 positive affirmations that you can declare over your life. I hope you'll request the Inspiration Cube. It will help you stay full of faith so you can live the victorious life that belongs to you.
Watch this unironically.
Receive the Inspiration Cube today.
The Inspiration Cube.
How much is it?
Oh, I think it's like
Do you guys have enough funds to buy one?
I think
Have
it's
one
like
here?
30 something bucks, but
You
if
can afford
you're a donating member or whatever, you can get it for free or something.
That's
like that. But,
amazing.
yeah.
Like,
No,
like-
it's
like,
our-
like commit like a percentage of your, your
No,
annual
no, no.
salary.
It's
I don't know.
our thanks for a gift of 150. It's
There you go.
What the fuck
$150.
are you gonna pay? Are you gonna pay $30 or 150?
150 to get that for free.
What
You,
you,
you get it free for
you can pay the
$150.
$30 and get it, but if you pay the 150, Jesus loves you just a little more.
No, it said 150 for a gift. You get that for a gift of $150.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. That's amazing. I
Yeah.
need an affirmation cube. Dude, we need to get one for the podcast. And like that can be our daily
I mean,
affirmation.
that could just be your next
If you
guest.
want to, if you want to give 150 bucks,
I mean,
to that
it'd probably be
charlatan, go
more
for it.
interested in me physically being here.
Yeah.
I mean, because it would probably do more entertaining things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would be
So-
nicer to me. God damn it.
The way I found out about that was through
You
your
wouldn't
mom's.
remember. Shut up.
I found out about that thing through your mom's house podcast.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about it, but one of their fans bought one and then changed all of Joel Osteen's shit out for your mom's house
Oh,
podcast
that's
stuff.
fucking great.
Yeah. So
That's like me going to my parents' house and changing the Alexa to talk like R2D2 and then leaving.
yeah,
Now I gotta
Yeah.
turn it back.
Yeah. One of the guys I work with, I found out his Alexa at work is connected to his home. And so I'm just waiting
funny.
on summer to turn heat
I
on and
wish I
shit.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
that's pretty
I'm
funny.
so excited.
Who has an Alexa at work?
Dude, we
We do.
we do.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, I found out it's connected to my coworker's home shit. So I already have it set alarms from time to tell him I love him. Like that'll happen at various points in the day, but nothing. I haven't fucked with his home life yet with it, but that's happening soon. But anyway, that feels like a good time to
That
close
is.
out on.
I'm inspired.
I'm inspired. I'm moved.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot
The
about
greatest
each other
thing about
today.
Joel Osteen is all the shit he talks about. But when all that flood happened and people showed up at his church
He said,
needing
nope.
people showed up at his church needing a place to stay, and he turned their asses away.
Yeah.
He's got like a church the size of the fucking Astrodome. I
Yes.
bet. Yeah.
It's the old. It's where the old Houston Rockets played.
Yeah.
The old
Sports obsession.
basketball.
Yeah.
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 He bought an old basketball stadium,
Oh, motherfucker.
but he packs that place out every week.
Yep.
And people
Like
watch
two services
him on TV.
Yeah. Like he's a billion-dollar
It's
industry.
insane.
But Mike, thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. I
We've
appreciate
had
that.
fun.
I was looking forward
Less
to it.
fun than I was hoping it would be. Probably more
I'm
fun than
having-
you thought
I'm
it was going to
having
be.
some fun. I have had some fun.
Yeah.
You're gonna,
All right.
you're gonna regret threatening me to be on this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
I already regret it.
Okay.
Will says he looks stoned.
He looks up. I think Will holds the record for most stoned person.
Oh,
on
hands
here.
down, Will has the record for most stoned
Yeah.
guest. He was fucking
Yeah.
blasted.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Until next week,
till
we
next
have
week.
Jay Nielsen on, and we are drinking
Oh, which by the way, Mike's
Slain Irish whiskey.
Mike's kids call Jay Nielsen baby hands.
That's weird.
Yeah, because he's always crying about his hands hurting from the handles. I'm telling him that, by the way, on the episode.
Oh, I
It's
can't
gonna
wait.
be
I
awesome.
can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait that I was here
Yeah.
and make it relevant.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
Sorry, Jay.
Until next week.
Till next week.
Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at B3F Podcast and on Instagram at B3F_podcast. Send us your questions or comments to bfff.podcast@gmail.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen to the show. And as always, thanks for listening.